Virginia, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Exposures to ideas and financial vehicles discussed are not designed nor intended to be applicable to any person's individual circumstances. It should not be considered as investment advice, nor does it constitute a recommendation that anyone engage in or refrain from a particular course of action. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments can fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Golden Reserve Retirement LLC, Golden Reserve LLC, Golden Reserve Tax LLC, and Ayler Stallings LLC are not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency. Legal services offered by Ayler Stallings LLC. Tax services offered through Golden Reserve Tax LLC. The previous program is paid for by Golden Reserve.
The proceeding was paid for by Golden Reserve. Information on the program was intended to solely further the public's general knowledge about the product. Opinions expressed should not be relied upon for any purpose by any member of the audience. News Radio KDKA does not guarantee the accuracy of any of the information heard on the preceding program.
The preceding program was pre-recorded.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance wants you to know a lot of things in life are preventable.
Ooh, gas station sushi.
That's preventable. And even colon cancer can be preventable if you get screened. If you're 45 or older, talk to your doctor. Go to colorectalcancer.org to learn more.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Heather Bosch. U.S. forces are combing rural Iran in the search for a U.S. service member whose jet was one of 2 U.S. warplanes shot down. 2 pilots were rescued. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer reports.
As you might expect, Iran is congratulating itself for downing these U.S. planes, but it's still taking a pounding from the air by the Israelis and the Americans. To add to the damage inflicted this week on infrastructure, including a bridge in northern Tehran, which Iran said killed 8 people, and the landmark Azadi Sports Complex in the capital, which is home to Iran's national soccer team.
Iran remains defiant. More from the BBC's Joel Gunter.
Here in Jerusalem, we have had yet more sirens, followed by the sound of successive, very loud booms, very likely detonations by Israel's interception system of missiles or drones from Iran.
Iran is firing missiles at Israel, Gulf states, and Iraq. The Artemis II and its crew are halfway to the moon, but Flight Director Judd Freeling says there's still a bit of a learning curve on the spacecraft.
We're learning about the vehicle, right? So maybe every day is a little bit of a surprise as far as how you expected systems to work and how they actually work, but nothing that's outside our experience base.
Here on terra firma, it's wet and stormy across the eastern U.S. and warm and dry in the west. Meteorologist John Elliott.
We've got a lot going on here over the next few days, and I know it's a busy holiday weekend. Cold air will cascade in after the storms push through, and you've got all the heat in parts of the southeast with more thunderstorms and showers along the east coast.
You might want to take a closer look at that coffee maker in your hotel room.
The Facebook video shows a user crowing over finding a fancy coffee maker at Goodwill for a song.
I was like, this is not the price on this. And they're like, yeah, it is. I was like, ha, ha.
This allegedly because of an influencer posting an online hack for clean underwear involving dropping your undies into the coffee maker where the coffee goes and hitting brew.
The hairdryer in the bathroom, you blow dry those bad boys, and you got yourself a cleaner pair of underwear.
One person calls it the hotel underwear coffee maker gate. Makes you thirsty, right? Allison Keys, CBS News.
Or you could go out for coffee. Starbucks says baristas can earn up to $1,200 a year in bonuses if their stores meet targets for speed, customer service, and operations. The coffee giant hopes faster, friendlier service will bring in more customers and improve the bottom line. This is CBS News.
Join Adriana Diaz and Kelly O'Grady for the perfect start to your weekend. Ease into your Saturday with CBS Saturday Morning on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-9701. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-9701. That's 800-507-9701. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Ever wonder what the astronauts are eating on their moon mission? CBS's Stacey Lynn reports.
NASA says the menu for the Artemis 2 crew includes nearly 200 food items. For breakfast, they've got veggie quiche, sausage, granola, and plenty of tortillas. Lunch and dinner options include mac and cheese, barbecue beef brisket, and broccoli gratin. And they can spice up that food with 5 types of hot sauce on board. There are also snacks, desserts, and more than 10 drinks like mango peach smoothies, coffee, and cocoa. All meals are shelf-stable and rehydrated in microgravity, designed to keep astronauts fueled and happy on their trip around the moon. Stacey Lynn, CBS News.
An update on those nearly 500,000 Kit Kat bars taken while in transit. Nestle posted a new statement confirming it's not a stunt. The post leads to a stolen Kit Kat tracker where you can check the barcode to see if your sweets were stolen. I'm Heather Bosch, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Periods of rain for tonight. Some of it will be heavy, and there could be a thunderstorm as well that brings damaging winds, a low 49. Some leftover showers early tomorrow for Easter Sunday, otherwise breezy and cooler with clouds, high 53. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Time now for Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Here we are. I feel like we just left this place.
I know.
Yes.
But we felt exceptionally holy when we left yesterday.
Right.
I really felt like walking through the streets of Brighton Heights because I wanted to just raise my hands up and be like, yeah, I had Father Nick on.
Right.
What's up?
Right.
Is that how you felt?
Yeah, and I wanted because Pastor Carl was here as well, and I wondered, does that count? Is that a checkbox for Easter Sunday
Not
Mass?
at all. They will tell you that.
I guess it only
Not
counts if
even
you go
close.
Saturday night. If they would have been on tonight, we could have counted that.
Because we all know that Easter is one of those long ones. Like, you cannot avoid it. No matter what you practice, you cannot avoid the Easter vigil. So.
And if you're a regular, don't count on getting your regular seat because somebody is in it.
Someone's taking it. Yeah, there's no dibs.
Yeah.
What did you do today? Because I wish that everybody could have a glimpse of your phone to see the ridiculous. Right? Okay. Tell everybody what you did this afternoon.
So while you can see all of our show here on the KDK YouTube channel, thanks to Metropolitan Window Company and all of our guests, you cannot see the pictures of my kitchen that I believe I'm going to have to call the firehouse over to just wash it all down with a big hose. Because as you know, I was trying to change up Easter a little bit for my family when they come over and not just do the ham and green beans and cheesy potatoes. Yeah. So I got this word from you.
What if we all want that? You don't have to make that noise.
That's okay. It's boring for me.
Sure.
So I'm still going to have it. But in the meantime...
actually, let me interrupt you. Yes. The reason that you wanted to change it up was because earlier, was it last week, we had Chef Donato on.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Go ahead, yeah.
So we had Chef D, one of our favorite chefs on, and from Treesdale, and he said, said, hey, I do these Italian meat pies, Easter pies.
Yeah, it's Easter pie. Yeah,
and
it's an Italian custom.
I don't know how to say it. This Irish guy doesn't know how to say the name of it, but I tried that today. I attempted it today, and I tried to cheat a little bit because I like the meat and egg. It's like a quiche as it comes out.
Where did you get the recipe after all?
I got it online. It was,
gosh,
got it online,
this is
right?
not good.
So it has all the things I like in it. Cheese, meats, prosciutto, salami, eggs. I love it all.
I love when non-Italian people say prosciutto like an accent, like they know.
Hey,
but go
I'm
ahead.
all Irish. You know me. I'm like gobs and
potatoes.
Right. So, anyways, I tried to cheat and make a pie crust out of the biscuits.
I've done this. Yes.
And so it did not go well because the chef said to bake the pie crust a little bit first before you put this stuff in it because it'll get gooey. So I did that. And thank God I did because it turned out to be, you can't see it on the radio here, but the pie crust goes about 2.5 inches thick. It looked like one of those big thick
for the
pizzas,
first layer.
Right? For the first layer. There was no room to put anything else in it. So I had to start all over. It's like a hardware store thing. You know, when you do something, when Willie works on the house, you kind of have to go make 3 runs to Home Depot.
Oh, Home Depot knows.
I had to do a 3rd run to Giant Eagle. So I had to go get all new supplies and learn how to make big pie crust.
How's it going now?
Anyways, what you were referring to is the picture of my kitchen looks like a total disaster. It looks like a flower explosion.
And so when you go home, you're going to have to clean it up.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, because I can't go to sleep like that. So
I mean, to me, though, the fact that you tried something, kudos.
We'll get it. We'll
get
it.
there.
Yeah. Another year. Well, there's only, there's only so many Easters left in my life, but, I'll still get it,
It'll be fine. I like that you're switching it up and that your non-Italian family is going to enjoy this.
Oh, let's hope so.
You'll make it work. I'm not worried.
Anyways,
Everyone attending, though, likes these ingredients. Did you check on that?
Yeah, and, we have some vegans in the crowd, so I have that ready to go. So, yeah.
Well, did you check the pie crust if you have vegans?
Well, the pie, it's a meat pie, so the vegans aren't getting any of that.
I know. But if you were making a second one for the vegans, did you check
it's eggs. The base of it is eggs and cheese. So
vegans don't eat eggs.
I know. That's why the vegans don't have no part of this part.
Got it.
Yes,
okay. I just wanted to make sure.
So
I just don't want anyone.
There's no way in my mind you could make a vegan version of it because it's literally.
Big True North can do it. I promise you. They have quiches.
They're your faves.
They are my faves. Yeah.
Now, did you prepare for tomorrow?
No.
Today?
I literally did a fruit tray and a veggie tray and hummus and like all those kinds of things. All very, easy pre-game kind of things.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing. Okay. It was kind of nice. Like, I didn't really feel bad that I wasn't
I like
preparing.
the story you told earlier this week in that your kids are older, like mine, but you're younger than mine. But they said, so what's going to be our Easter baskets?
Yeah.
You're like,
mean, this is the world we live in. Like, when does it stop? I don't think it does. I just don't think it does.
Tell the story about what you did to you and Willie did to your kids.
During
COVID? Yes. It was awesome.
When COVID, was around and everybody was, if you remember that Easter, everybody was so tired of like being in because we kept getting it extended, right? You're in the house, you're in the house, you're in the house. So the 5 of us were there and we were like, this is going to be a great Easter. And so we were like, guys, we do have a big backyard, but we've never participated in any kind of like hunt. But that year we like hyped it up. Like we've been stuck in the house. We're going to do this Easter egg hunt. And they were in their teens, they're like, okay, cool. Because how sad. That's what you have to look forward to during COVID. And my husband and I were like, you are gonna love this. And so we did such good jobs of like hiding in the yard, and in each egg was a different chore that they had to do. They were so like, we videoed them because we thought it was so funny, and they were like, this isn't even remotely funny, like we don't find humor in this. So we were a bust that year, but here we are. They're in their
a memorable Easter.
17 and 19.
They'll
and,
never
the
forget
23-year-old's not even coming home. But 17 and 19. And they're like, for my Easter basket, I'm like, oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, at this age, and I know you sort of do, you have a granddaughter now, but for me, it's gift cards and money and just sort of fun little like things that they can utilize,
Yeah.
It's not the fun that it used to be.
Part of the conversation we were doing is talking about preparing for tomorrow, but we want to talk tonight about preparing for just getting out, running, exercising, whatever it is, playing basketball.
Wellness,
Yeah, because I could just see everybody goes out on a nice day like today. Next thing you know, they pull a muscle, break, twist an ankle.
So easy to do.
So easy to do.
And don't you feel like the more you talk to people who have some kind of an ailment, it's not like some major story, right? Like it's not this crazy induced thing like, oh, I was in the middle of this intense game. It's like you said, I was walking down the stairs, you know? Crazy stuff. Yeah.
So that's part of our guest coming up tonight. And we have a really famous guest coming in, on video, 6:45, is it?
How do you feel about this?
Yeah.
Did you brush up on The Office or Anchorman?
I did not. I did not. I kind of brushed up on his bio.
You were cooking.
Yeah, I was cooking. No, I did brush up on his bio. But...
No, the good news is, I mean, you're very good friends with the folks over at the Improv, and pretty cool that we bring in the kind of acts that we do at the Improv, at the Pittsburgh Improv.
Yeah.
So we're stoked to have we'll just tease it.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay.
We're stoked to have somebody pretty special.
Somebody that was on The Office, Anchorman, and is coming to the Improv this week and going to be our guest by Video Mix.
And the cool part was, what I liked, their person who reached out on Instagram was like, you can totally have tickets. And I was like, we might be off the air in time to run over there.
Right.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll be a little bit late.
Yeah. Wait.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
I know. I told my husband the same thing. I was like, I think we will be done in time to.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So that just might happen next week.
Okay.
Look at us planning.
Look at us. Yeah.
You know what's crazy for me is next week we do my final college tour with my final child. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Point Park.
Okay.
And no, I don't think it's Point Park. I think it's La Roche and Carlo.
Okay.
Next week, but yeah, and Penn West. That's the conglomerate.
That's the conglomerate, right?
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
And,
Edinburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she's going to go there. She wants to go to Adeline wants to go to school for teaching. So we shall see how that works out. But yeah, that's kind of a tearjerker.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very impactful day.
I told you to prepare for this moment.
I know, but you just never think it's going to come.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the fact that we have some great guests. We also have our friend Ryan Douglas, Field of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Excited to chat with him. It's been a while.
Ryan, former pitcher in the Kansas City Royals, from Pittsburgh, and taught how to do infielding from your dad, Johnny Angel Jack Hunt, right?
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Isn't that crazy how that all came about? So Ryan is back here in Pittsburgh. He does Field of Dreams. He goes over to the Sheridan area.
Elliott,
yeah.
Sure.
Where he gets kids equipment and teaches them how to play baseball and how to just kind of mature through baseball. It's a cool thing that he takes that from his Kansas City
Royal days. And he's done it for a bunch of years.
Yeah. And does that. So
our friend Jason Grilly helps him out as well.
Yep.
And then finally, we also have supported for about 4 years now, Drop the Puck on Cancer, the Brentwood folks.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're going to come in. Matt and the gang are coming in to talk about their festivities are like nothing I've ever seen. Baskets galore, hundreds.
Yeah.
So
talk about injuries. Like our next guest should probably monitor that
Don't
thing.
even tell them.
Right, because they're like, let's set up a tent over there.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we hope you stay with us. It's a great, great packed show, and we're excited to chat with you. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Your source for the AccuWeather forecast. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
When you invite a contractor into your home, you got to trust they know what they're doing. You want to feel good. That's why CertaPro Painters and me have gotten along for more than a decade. Hi, this is Larry Richard. Take advantage of getting the most professional job you can and know that each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule your pre-estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And take advantage of the spring sales event for 10% off qualifying projects through May 15th.
When sinusitis has your nose constantly blocked, life can feel smaller. You're stuck breathing through your mouth, which leads to sleep struggles, snoring that keeps your whole family up, fatigue, and more. The mornings start groggy, the days drag on, and it feels like nothing really helps for long. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, relief isn't just one size fits all. Their specialists use a wide range of innovative in-office treatments designed around you, designed to open your sinuses, restore natural breathing, and help you finally sleep through the night. You don't have to keep pushing through. If you're tired of the congestion, the pressure, and the endless cycle of sprays and pills that aren't providing relief, discover a treatment option that works for you at Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Breathe easier, sleep better, and start feeling like yourself again. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-6036. 878-231-6036. That's 878-231-6036.
Join Beth Andrews for the Net Worth Financial Hour Saturdays at 1 to get the news and information you need to make your retirement dream a reality. That's the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews, Saturdays at 1. Net Worth Advisors, LLC is a registered investment advisor.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the U.S., we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. That means more time to be artists, prom dates, world travelers, and moms. We are Blood Cancer United, the world's leading organization focused solely on blood cancer research, support, and advocacy. We do the most for more people with blood cancer, so people with blood cancer can do more of whatever they want. Blood Cancer United. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Yeah, man, it's Rachel and John jagging around till 9 o'clock tonight. We have an action-packed. All of our guests are literally coming in. Rachel's letting everybody in like right now. It's like, so I see everybody walking in through the back door. Ryan Douglas, Felicia Meisick, they're all here. So anyways, but our current guests are folks that we know here. They're from the UPMC, the Mary Lemieux, I'm going to get it wrong, so just UPMC Mary Lemieux Rehabilitation Center. Did I even get that close?
Yeah,
you're like, wait, no. I came all the way down here to Green Tree for you to screw the name of our place? No, so Patrick, what is it?
It's the Lemieux Sports Complex.
I overcomplicated it. Yes,
it's
all right.
But UPMC Rehabilitation Institute.
I got it. And so it's Patrick and Sarah, and you're both involved out there. And we were just talking off the air about something Sarah's involved in. We have to make sure we get to before the marathon comes up here. But first, I have to give a shout out. The reason why you guys are here is that, I can disclose it, right? Because it's not HIPAA if I disclose it. So had some knee surgery and I had to go up there, and that was the second time I had to go up to your place. And I just absolutely, I love it in the fact that it's very invigorating. Part of it is you're overlooking the people playing hockey, and that's invigorating. But the biggest thing is your staff, your team is so engaging and so pleasant. And, and I think of there are probably 5 places I could have gone to that were closer and more convenient to me to go get PT, but I will always go back there just because of the team, the personality of your team. So that's first. Kudos to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was the longest intro ever, you guys. I mean, he has never introduced people that eloquently after screwing up a place, right? No, It is so cool because so many people talk about how renowned it is. I mean, you run into people and you're seeing these needs more and more. People are needing physical therapy. They're needing to just sort of be better, be more well. And that's sort of where we're walking in now. Is that a true testament to what you guys are doing?
I would like
people
to
in
say
general.
So.
No,
Yeah, right?
okay.
And then, like, we see everyone. So it is the people who are trying to get into wellness or the slips and falls or a wide variety of things. But I think why we do well at what we do is we really look at those goals of what they're trying to achieve and really try to do that for them. So again, whether it's, your 85-year-old that fell that wants to just go up and down the stairs, or get back to a weekend warrior, getting back to their on-field, or just run a 5K, we'll work with whatever you give us to get you back to doing what you're doing.
And isn't that the thing, Patrick, is that we know people are out there getting ready to go do this stuff. And we're like, wait, stop, because one of the things we don't want them to have to do is come see you for 6-8 weeks, right? It's the preventative side is why we have you here today.
Correct. I think people, think of the time of the year, people have their New Year's resolutions. And then February hits and they haven't done anything.
Sure.
And then March hits and it's warmer.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, all right, I'm going to go do this. And then 3 weeks later, it doesn't go away and they're back in our clinic.
Yeah.
So, or back to see the physician and then come see us. So yes, I think it's a good way to look at it, that you have a plan, but then you let it go and then you try to make up for it quickly.
Sure.
So there's no training, there's no plan. And it's just like, well, I'm going to go run today.
And so for the average person's perspective, what does preventive care mean? Because to some people it's one thing and to others it's another, right?
Yeah, and I will say, my specialty is runners. So the number one good way to prevent is good training and strength training. So a lot of runners, and myself included for very many years, you just want to go out and run. That's the best part about running is you don't need equipment.
I envy people like you.
You just need shoes. You just go. Or you need shoes, but you just go.
Sure.
But if you want to run well and run for a long time, you really have to do the
build
strength
that
training,
endurance.
build it up smart in a way that you're not going to overdo it. Or, today was the perfect example. It's a great day. So you're like, oh, I'm just going to go run 5 miles, but I haven't run since
insert
last
time.
October.
Yeah.
And that's really what's going to set you up for failure.
Okay. Now, John, how have you benefited? I mean, you talked a little bit about, you disclosed your lower body injuries.
Yeah,
so.
right. That's how we do it. Yeah. No, again,
I think it's given you a different perspective.
It certainly has, because I am that guy Patrick just described, right?
Sure.
I twist this hurts, and I'm like, okay, I'll put the TENS unit on for 2 days, and then stretch it out a little bit or whatever, and then go play. Then it hurts even more, that kind of thing. I'm that person that's impatient, as you probably remember from my.
That's the typical. It's like, why? Or I get injured, and then it's, why isn't it better yet?
Yeah.
Well, I only did this one time, or, and they keep looking at us like, you do something to make it go away quicker.
Right.
Yes.
So.
Yes. And again, I tend to be not a patient person. If you would see me in traffic, you'd really know that. Mm-hmm. But you and Gretchen at this, and when I was going through the most recent one, is that, you were telling me this isn't going to happen overnight like this. You've just got to work this out. And I think that's part of the issue. If we're patient in the preparation and take a longer ramp up, we have less of a shutdown period, right? Really, we're going to less of a chance of an injury. Yeah.
For sure. And I think too, if you do start to feel something, come and see us sooner versus just wait and see if it's going to go away, because now you're going to take even longer to get better because things are going to get weaker, things are going to get stiffer, and you're probably setting yourself up to take longer to recover.
At what point, I know that research helps clearly and that things evolve from technology to health technology, et cetera. But all of a sudden now, today, it feels like so many more people, and as you said, we need more people to do it. But the people I'm talking to, maybe I'm among healthy people, I don't know, but they seem to recognize the need for physical therapy in particular, or the need to continue to not just have it be a remedy, to make it part of your everyday life, right? Isn't that the end goal?
Well, again, I think John said it. How do we do it to avoid us?
Oh, please. You don't have to say John said it.
I don't like to agree with him often.
Yes.
But I think when you look at it, I think when they get to us, it's become a problem.
Sure.
So I think they really try to avoid coming to us. But when we approach it, it's that part of, well, it's been going on, and now you thought it would just go away. And then we look at what weakness they have, what training problems they've had.
Right.
Or just in general, I can't walk up and down the stairs. It hurts to get out of the chair. It hurts when I sit in the car too long. So looking at that from our perspective is helpful in the sense of designing a plan and then getting them to, and then getting them to carry it through.
And every plan is different, right? It's customized, even though there may be similarities, because let's face it, like John said, some of the stretching that he did for each knee, it was a different feeling, different pain, or maybe different time frame for what he was feeling. But ultimately, the exercises, right, are similar based, yeah?
They can be. And again, like I think, it's really looking at what strength, what range of motion, what flexibility impairments are leading to what the breakdown is. And I think a lot of times, though, it's not what the problem is. So like you can have pain in your knee, but the knee pain is coming because your hip's weak or your ankle is unstable.
Oh, I cannot wait to tell you.
So I think that's really what makes it, what we do successful is we're able to look at everything. And then I think that's the education side of things, is if we can get you guys, the patient or whoever it is, to buy in and feel better by doing that, you're going to be more likely to do your exercises at home and keep up with the exercises because you feel better.
Sure. But remember, I'm with healthy people.
Yeah. So. Right. Now, listen, we have more to talk about because you have this special runner DNA thing we're going to talk about. But we also can't let you do that unless you do our Yinzer questions. You know what I mean? We have rules here. So, but you're going to stay with us through the news break. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Vitchoff of the PA Hypnosis Center is here to help you. He has helped train U.S. Olympic team members control their brains, stay relaxed, focused, and in control, giving them the edge for the gold. He's recognized by many organizations around the world as one of the top hypnotherapists anywhere. He has gotten over 3,000 people to give up cigarettes for good in the last 22 years. He's helped folks even who've tried gastric bypass to lose weight. He can help you and give you a 98% success guarantee. Call 724-934-8446. That's Dan Vitchoff, the PA Hypnosis Center. Mention KDKA and get $50 off any program. But call for a free consultation today, 724-934-8446. The PA Hypnosis Center with Dan Vitchoff. Make that call today, 724-934-8446.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple, to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/protect. Ethos.com/protect. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
I'm feeling the taste of a chocolate-covered peanut butter egg, potato chip egg, caramel pecan egg. Oh, wait, maybe a fruit and nut egg. Now that I have your attention, hi, it's Nan Cohen for Dorothy's Candies. When it comes to the Easter holiday, it has to be Dorothy's. Visit the store in White Oak, shop online at dorothy'scandies.com, or call 412-678-2723. One bite and you'll know it's Dorothy's Candies. dorothy'scandies.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News Brief. 2 pilots were rescued. 1 crew member is still missing after 2 U.S. warplanes were downed over Iran. CBS's Elizabeth Palmer.
The loss of the 2 aircraft cast doubt on President Trump's statement last week that the Iranians had no anti-aircraft equipment left and its radar had been annihilated.
The Artemis II and its crew are halfway to the moon. When they pass behind it, Flight Director Judd Freeling says there will be about a 40-minute communications blackout.
We know why we're out of communication, so I wouldn't be uneasy. We have loss of communication events, on ISS all the time. It's not a big deal.
ISS is the International Space Station. It's a spring holiday with winter weather for the Great Lakes. Meteorologist John Elliott.
Widespread winter weather advisories for the Western Lakes. Yes, that's ice. That's accumulating snow. And that's going to make travel treacherous there.
CBS News Brief, I'm Heather Bosch.
This is attorney Christine Brown Murphy with the law firm of Zachariah Brown. If you have a loved one in a nursing home, we need to talk. Give our office a call at 724-942-6200 or visit our website at pittsburghelderlaw.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-700-6898. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-700-6898. That's 800-700-6898. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. 800-700-6898.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus as we focus on the Diocesan Basketball Championships. Catholic Education Plus airs this Sunday morning at 6:30 and is sponsored by Sam and Judy Spanos and the Diocese of Pittsburgh.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZzzQuil Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZzzQuil Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Y108 presents Odyssey, The Night Before, powered by Bowser Chevrolet, starring Jason Aldean.
Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I'm Jason Aldean.
With special guests John Morgan and Shane Prophet. Wednesday, April 22nd, inside the Event Center at Rivers Casino, Pittsburgh.
So we have a little bit of fun. Y'all ready?
You can't buy a ticket to this show. You can only win your way in. Full details at y108.com. Presented by Miller Lite and brought to you by your local AAA travel office, Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, Ross Park Mall, and Broken Bow Records.
Retirement, it's almost here. Are you ready? Well, join Kurt Kanodik and Ethan Lane of Accurate Solutions Group for your retirement blueprint. Let Kurt and Ethan help you plan for your retirement dreams. Don't miss your retirement blueprint, Sundays at 10. Investment advisory services offered through ASG Investment Management, LLC.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Periods of rain into tonight, some of it heavy along with a thunderstorm, and any thunderstorm could bring damaging winds, a low of 49. A couple of leftover showers first thing tomorrow, but otherwise mostly dry for Easter Sunday with clouds, a high 53. For AccuWeather, I'm Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, back to it on Monday. Having a great weekend. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6. I'll catch you on Monday right here, KDK.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
We can't go anywhere without Rachel Rennebeck going, do you know? And they go, yes, we do. Yes.
Well, I mean, shout out
everybody knows Rachel Ritter.
Lisa Major,
Yes.
who's not from Pittsburgh, so it's kind of a cool thing. She married a childhood friend of mine, and we've known each other forever, and they're in my school district. So so I know them very well. She's great.
Lisa and I have worked for 25 years together.
See, Pittsburgh is just too small.
It is that you
Love
can't
it.
believe how many people you run into that.
Yeah.
Way. It's correct.
Yeah.
Well, and I was giving you kudos also because I said my father had come there to rehab, and you were talking off air about, everybody from the 80-year-old who may have had something happen. And it's just so true that there's so many different stages and ages, right, that you have to remedy for. So
And they love the energy there.
Love the energy.
You were saying,
and I
right?
think that we get that often. People no, I like being in the big gym because it's one of the big complaints. People I don't know if I want, and then once they're in the gym with everyone, they like that energy or comparing themselves to the 15 or 16-year-old trying to rehab an ACL or
right.
But I want to. Yes, no one ever said to me, "I want to do that."
Yeah, yeah, right. So, John, I know you are very excited because you've learned some information that you would like to talk about from a running standpoint.
And it's really important. But, the rules are the rules here when we're jagging around here on KDK.
Oh, yeah. Oops.
In that, we will love for you to give the people that information because it seems very, very important. But our user questions are also very important. Rachel takes time to put those together.
Right.
Here,
Thanks, John. Thanks for acknowledging that. So what would make us... Are you both from Pittsburgh originally? Oh, my God.
I'm like Western PA.
Okay.
So I grew up like an hour and a half north of here.
Okay.
Where?
Mercer County.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
That's where we get our coffee.
O'Neill Coffee.
Yes.
So,
That's where we get
so
our
I went to
coffee.
Commodore Perry High School, but we played them in sports.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
yes,
All right.
Yeah, which gets confused all the time with Perry.
which is very different.
Very different.
Very different. Yeah, I graduated with 47 people in my class.
Oh my
at a public high school in like a one-stoplight town. So nothing like
Oh
Perry
my God.
Commodore.
I love that you said at a public high, because I graduated with 34 from a Catholic school, so that's
Yes.
normal.
Yes, no, mine was not normal.
But you guys are here. You are Western Pennsylvanians, and you are doing us proud. So tell us, what would make us revoke your Yinzer card? Something about Pittsburgh that you're like, I'm just not on board.
I'll go first. For me, it started when my kids were younger, but home Steeler games is when I Christmas shop.
Hysterical. I love that confession.
Yeah, because we living in the north, and I'm like, okay, McKnight Road, Ross Park Mall. Right when the kids were little, it was like I never had time to go out for my wife because we were opposite shifts.
Yeah,
and we would. I'm like, I'm going. 4:00 game, perfect time to head to the mall on a
Hysterical.
Sunday. And there's nobody there.
It's a hack, right?
You're just like, this is it. We got it. So.
All right, and
I just don't like ketchup in general.
John, you are best friends. You are best friends. That is hysterical.
So I mean, if I do have to have ketchup, it will be Heinz, but I
understood.
Not a
John
big
won't
fan
even
of
do
them
that
in general. So.
All right. Well, should we defer from the Yinzer questions? We'll go one more.
One more.
What would be your procrastination destination? Like people go, have you ever been? You're like, I keep forgetting I want to go there.
I haven't gotten there.
Sarah?
Yeah.
So I think mine, I have been there, but I haven't been to the Strip District in 15 years.
Oh, wow.
So I know a lot of stuff has changed.
Yeah.
But it's probably been 15 years since I've been down that way.
Patrick?
I've never been to the Warhol Museum.
That's becoming a popular, and our office is right there, so you'll have to come visit both.
The world headquarters of your Jagoff Media are right around the corner.
I'll have to make 2 trips.
There you go. 2 places.
All right. So it's Patrick Garvey and Sarah Ostop, and they are from the UPMC Lemieux Rehab Center up there in Cranberry. And listen, we didn't even know we were going to talk about this, but you have something as we're talking about people preparing to run or engage in any kind of activity, you guys have something special you're kicking off.
Yeah, so we just got new technology, speaking of technology in medicine. It's called Run DNA. So it's a motion capture for 3D using different markers, but we actually it gets information watching you run, and then it spits out this video of a skeleton that's shows us exactly what's happening at the hip, the knee, the ankle. And then based on that, and then the other parts of our evaluation, we come up with a plan to help you either run with less pain or continue to run with little pain. So we're doing this both for patients with pain, but also just as a fee for service. You can come in with no pain and still come and have that done.
That's crazy.
Amazing.
That's what they do for golfers, right?
Right.
Yeah. So you apply this. So Patrick, how are you going to apply this here? Is it one place and you're going to do it at the marathon, right?
Right now we have it at both sports complexes.
Okay.
So at Rooney and at Lemieux.
Mm-hmm.
So Sarah actually goes between both offices.
Okay.
But we're doing that. We're just starting to implement it. We're actually going to have it at the Marathon Expo. So we'll be doing the run analysis down there if people want to sign up for that. Something you can do we're really
we're working. Yeah, we're working on the exact setup how we're going to do to sign up. But we're going to do little like teasers where you can do like a half hour. We'll throw you on the treadmill, kind of show you what it looks like, and then try to have you come back and do the full analysis. But if you are a runner and are at the expo and want to check out and see what it looks like, we'll be there both Friday and Saturdays. Again, times I'm not exactly sure when yet, but for most of Friday, most of Saturday.
Yeah, and we've been down at the expo now for at least 6 years doing kinesio taping for all the runners who wanted it. They usually stop in after the 5K and then come in to get taped for any elements. So we'll be.
Is that the stuff that you see on the back of the football players?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So that actually works.
John, hockey players use it too.
Yes. I would say, again, it helps.
Some people it does. Some people will tell you it doesn't. So, and I've had a lot of runners be like, I don't know if this is just placebo effect. And it's like, I don't care if it helps. You know what? We're gonna do it, and I'll be happy to tape you as much as you want.
And the best part is it's easy.
Yeah.
So you can do it, and if it doesn't work, you take it off.
Yeah. Right. No harm, no foul. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you seeing an increase in people specifically running more?
I think, it comes, I feel like COVID for sure there was.
Sure.
And now it's kind of dropping off a little bit. But I feel like the Pittsburgh Marathon has gotten bigger every single year.
Right.
And the half marathon and the 5K, and there's just so much more access and so many different races that you can do. So there's definitely people that are running. And I think it's the big thing that we're seeing is different ages that are running. I have 50 and 60-year-olds that come in and are prepping for a marathon.
Dr. Kovac.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah.
He was the guy who finished the marathon last. He's a family practice physician.
Pediatric Alliance. Yeah. He actually saw a couple of my kids, and he's part of Allegheny County Medical Society, and he was the last person to cross the finish line. But in his 70s.
Still runs?
Yeah, still did it.
Runs.
It's a great thing. What's the last piece of advice that you would give in terms of, obviously you want people to visit you, you want people to be more aware, but what would you give as your goodbye kind of thing?
I think for runners, it's about having that right plan. Again, we're getting people coming in who are like, I'm going to do the half, but I just started 2 weeks ago to train. And then also make sure that you follow that plan. Again, there are people, we were laughing on Friday in the office about people like, well, I'm going to go run the half, but I'm going to run twice and then just try it.
Sure.
We don't really suggest that.
Yeah.
Ever?
Yes. So if you want to come visit us more, that's fine. But if you don't want to go to therapy or come see us, then it's to really stick with that plan.
Sure.
There's so many different plans for a half, for the full, to follow through with. And I think it's the same thing we're talking about wellness. You have to plan. You can't just hope it goes well, or I'm just going to try this.
Right.
Yeah, and I think on that same thing, if you're starting to feel something, come in and see someone sooner rather than later. And
Great
again,
point.
running is a great example. But it's not just that. It's again, if you're in the garden trying to weed because it's nice out, or you're having pain going up and down the stairs, the sooner you can get in to get this looked at, the easier your rehab is most likely going to be.
Yeah.
I feel like it's enjoy the weather, but ...
Yeah,
right?
go easy.
Yeah,
right.
there you
All
go.
right, Dr. Ostap, Sarah Ostap, Dr. Patrick Garvey, and treated me. Not that that's any kudos, because people look at me and go, "You're so out of shape."
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, from the UPMC Lemieux Rehab Center, we really appreciate you taking time and getting this organized. You guys coming down here on a Saturday, we really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And where can everybody find out more information? UPMC?
Yeah, the sports medicine website.
Okay.
UPMC
Easy enough.
Or UPMC Rehab Institute, too, for physical therapy and particularly. Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Easy
there
enough.
should be links for that for the running analysis.
Google it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Google.
It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDK.
Every Tuesday morning at 7:20, listen for Inside Independence Health, a look at all things healthcare with the experts from Independence Health System. It's brought to you by Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Thinking about starting weight loss treatment? GoodRx is here to help. We offer FDA-approved GLP-1 medications prescribed by licensed providers, including the Wegovy tablet, with straightforward pricing and pickup at your local pharmacy or delivery to your door. All from America's #1 prescription app. Go to goodrx.com/weight-loss to get started. GoodRx is not insurance. Cancel anytime. #1 prescription app ranked by a third-party study.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
You wanted to be cool, which led you to smoking, which led to a pack a day. Then you met that special someone, which led to starting a life with them, which led to wanting to live longer, which led to quitting. Then you heard you may be at risk for lung cancer, which led you to getting a low-dose CT scan. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-265-7681. 800-265-7681. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-265-7681.
Being diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, or one of over 100 other types of blood cancer makes people want more time to do the things they love. We are Blood Cancer United. We do the most for more people with blood cancer. Join us at bloodcancerunited.org.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
Pittsburgh Mayor Corey O'Connor, very atypical with the NFL draft and all the things that are going on.
We're all excited. You know, it's coming fast. But we also want Pittsburghers, and I say this wherever I go, this is also your city, this is your draft. We're going to have hundreds of thousands of people coming from across the country, but we want Pittsburghers to be ambassadors.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early, bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead, and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.
There was this one time I went snorkeling in the Caribbean when I was a kid. It really just blew my mind. We saw the most beautiful corals. I remember thinking they were waving at us as they moved with the ocean. And then there were all these amazing fish. I'll never forget it. It completely changed the way I look at the ocean.
Most of us have a memory of being in nature we'll never forget. Let's protect the world's natural places so more memories can be made for generations to come. Visit worldwildlife.org.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Back to Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It is us. I'm a little bit by myself while John walks out, our guest from UPMC. It is so interesting because no matter what type of healthcare you have, people know that facility and they know the great work that's being done there, whether it's preventive or post, injury care. I was talking about how my dad has had multiple therapies there and how it has helped him tremendously because as they were talking about just the positive vibe and the people and the manner in which they treat the various injuries and what's happening is just tremendous. And I think that's what people look for more and more. We always talk about the manner in which you do something is what people are reminded of. It's what they carry through with, right? It's the fact that no matter what industry, no matter what you're dealing with, you're going to remember the way that somebody handled something. So kudos to these guys because I don't think they realize that clearly they're leading the industry and their work, but how cool it is that they, are building the relationships that they're building. So there's that, UPMC and AHN. As I'm waiting for John, I have to talk about the fact that, John talked about his fiasco. And let me just kind of rewind for a second. The reason John had a little bit of a fiasco was that he listened to Chef D, as he said, talk about Easter pie. And my dad was in the studio at the time whenever Chef D was talking about the Easter pie. And my dad and I were concurring that was something that my mother had made. And I don't remember, my dad would have to remind me if my mom used a ton of Italian meats, because I don't think that we did. But I was never a fan of it because it was meat pie in general. But what I feel terrible, John, I started to say this before you came back on. I wanted to get you the recipe that my mother had, and I never was able to get it for you. No. So I apologize. We had such a crazy week, and I didn't get it for you, and I'm very disappointed that you had to go to the Google.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
And you just downloaded just some rando recipe.
But it'll give me something to try, because I do want to find out what your mom's recipe was.
Yeah, and I'm going to find it.
And use it, because clearly, depending on how things go tomorrow, in the way the process went today, I clearly have to practice. So I might have to make a few of these things before next Easter. But I did, as you said, I did load it up with meat and cheese. So because I was looking at various examples, and some people were very light on that stuff. Some people were very heavy. So I went with prosciutto. I went with pepperoni. And I went with a little bit of salami. And 2 kinds of
that's what I was saying. I can't remember that my mother used that much meat. But also, I don't like meat. So
and I did use ricotta.
Yeah, well, doesn't it call for that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It mixed the eggs and the ricotta. So Easter pie, first time ever, and first time I've ever made a pie crust.
Yeah. Poof. Wow. Yeah. And you're anxious to see when you go home how it's held up.
Right.
Because we're just not sure. We actually started something new. As you know, my mother passed away this past year in 2025. And so we're experiencing what they call the firsts.
Yeah.
It's the firsts of different things. I think for me, the holidays, meaning the big holidays like Christmas, weren't unbearable because we were still in that numb stage. It was only a couple of weeks later. So Easter is the first holiday. Because really, does New Year's count?
Yeah. Well, but there are certain family holidays too, like your kids' birthdays.
Oh,
and
it was
things
torture.
Like that.
That was torture. But here it is, Easter. Not for whatever reason. I know my mother always felt like Easter was a rebirth. Michael Bartley and I have talked about this, just really the significance that Easter plays, specifically for Christians, but that Easter is this rebirth for people. And that's exactly what it was for many reasons. And my mom really looked at it for a reason to be better. She really took Lent for serious. Her best friend, Connie, who, as you know, listens all the time, was reminding me yesterday that she loved Good Friday. She loved it because, and I meant to get back to this twice yesterday. So many businesses used to close from 12 to 3. And specifically where we grew up in the North Side in Brighton Heights, they did that. No matter what it was completely solemn. Everything shut down. It was just we're not doing anything for those 3 hours. And my mother believed in that. I mean, I remember being a young teenager, and that was how we operated because you weren't in school. And if you were anywhere outside, you were going to church, as Father Nick talked about, for one of the services.
In Catholic school, we were off school, but we weren't off because we were altar boys.
Right.
And we had to spend Thursday night and Saturday and Friday afternoon in church.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was Stations of the Cross, right? Did you do Stations?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I always love that.
Yeah. And then I think it was Thursday night that they took everything off of the altar, kind of stripped it. There were no bells, all those kind of things.
Right.
And why I remember that is because they had the wooden thing that took the place of the bells. And one night during that service, our guy Bernie McNally clicked the wooden thing, and the hammer flew off and went way up into the ceiling. And you hear it go bung, bung, bung like this.
Stop.
And we all started to crack up, and Father Kirby looked at us and
didn't
said,
like that.
"Oh, no."
No.
So we're all
funny.
kind of trying not to laugh up on the altar as that was going on. But
John, breaking news, though. My dad checked in.
Yes.
And he said, yes, your mother used several pepperoni, ham, and salami.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
The whole, I hate Super Salt with every ounce of my being. Looking at it makes me sick. Like when we go to the strip district for the Christmas season, and we're in Penmac, and we grab the stuff that we have to grab, like, you get in line, I get in line, my dad get that kind of thing. I'm always like, please don't put me on that duty because I literally hate it. I can't take it. It makes me sick.
Yeah, I didn't go down there for the cheeses or anything this year. I just kind of went to the local GE.
A lot of people have been turning to like labriolas.
Yeah.
Also have to give a shout out, and I know we have to get moving, but we always support, but we often patron the Cheese Queen for any of our elaborate trays or grazing tables and things of that nature. But our friend Pear.
Yeah, Pear.
Oh my gosh.
Downtown.
John, I went on because I was thinking about ordering from her for this brunch that I did today. And amazing. We need to go there and build our own boxes. End of story. That's all I wanted to tell you.
There you go. All right. Well,
we have a full 7 and 8 o'clock hour, my friend.
Running. Yeah. It's John and Rachel. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Spring cleaning is upon us, but there's one meaningful box that you don't throw away when cleaning out your closet. It's the box filled with your family's important videotapes, film reels, and photos. Hi, I'm Adam Baselogger.
And I'm Nick Mako. We started Legacy Box over a decade ago to help families organize and update their analog media to digital.
Legacy Box is simple and easy. It works and is safe. Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box.
And Legacy Box has been featured in Good Housekeeping, The Today Show, and Rachel Ray.
Legacy Box is like magic, converting your shoebox of memories to the cloud or thumb drive, ready to watch and share.
Declutter your closet by digitizing your media. Become more organized and accomplished, knowing your family's recorded past is safe forever. Take advantage of our spring cleaning sale going on now. It's the easiest task to check off your to-do list.
For a limited time, you can get started for just $9 a tape. Visit legacybox.com/radio to get our $9 sale. That's legacybox.com/radio to get our $9 offer. Legacybox.com/radio.
What is life-changing medicine? The discovery of cancer at the earliest possible stage, challenging limits and transforming the impossible into reality, or connecting people to doctors and specialists when they need it most. At UPMC, we believe life-changing medicine is all those things. Our goal is to change the world of medicine and the lives of those around us. UPMC, changing healthcare, changing lives. Life-changing medicine.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Heather Bosch. It's a race against time as both U.S. and Iranian forces search for a U.S. service member whose jet was shot down over Iran yesterday.
This has turned into a high-stakes race on the ground between two adversaries. For Iran, if they are able to capture this crew member, they could possibly parade them as a sort of propaganda victory or use them as a bargaining chip within these negotiations. And for the U.S., this would serve as a political embarrassment and humiliation because this is the first known case of a U.S. military aircraft being downed over Iran.
That's the BBC's Simi Jola-Osho. A total of 2 U.S. warplanes were downed yesterday. 2 pilots were rescued. The BBC's Joel Gunter says despite President Trump's claims Iran is decimated, it still has firepower.
We've heard from the United Arab Emirates that they have intercepted dozens of drones and missiles from Iran, showing that Iran still has that launching capacity. Israel has been continuing strikes against Lebanon and operating militarily in the south of Lebanon.
Trump today warned Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz or, quote, hell will rain down on them. Iran's military called the threat nervous and helpless. More toilet trouble for the Artemis 2 crew that's halfway to the moon. Flight Director Judd Freeling.
During the night, we tried to vent the wastewater tank that's attached to the toilet. We had problems with that. Due to suspected blockage, we think probably due to ice.
They do have contingency plans. New numbers show some airports are still struggling post-pandemic. CBS News Bay Area reporter Brad Hamilton is at Oakland International.
Kaylee Scantz, a public information officer for the Port of Oakland, is part of the team now trying to turn around their slumping passenger volume.
Since the age of Zoom in this post-pandemic world, we do see less of that business travel.
According to the port's own publicly released numbers, in 2025, OAK saw an overall 15% drop in passenger volume, with overall traffic down 30% compared to 2019. But Scantz believes the turnaround starts now. Aside from opening new restaurants and featuring local artisans, airport officials are focusing on what kind of flights they prioritize.
A retired matador gored to death by a bull in Spain. The BBC's Sue Montgomery.
Ricardo Ortiz had been preparing a group of the animals for a Pablo Picasso-themed bullfight in Malaga. He was 51. Bullfighting's popularity has decreased significantly in recent years, with critics calling it cruel and outdated.
This is CBS News.
Go to the ends of the earth, half a world away. Reach for the stars.
If I take time to think, they might go get Brad.
On CBS, Sunday morning.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
Britain's royal family prepares to mark Easter with some big changes.
I'm Vicky Barker in London. What a difference a year makes. This was the scene last Easter when the then Prince Andrew, his former wife Sarah Ferguson, and their daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie, joined other senior royals attending Easter Sunday services at Windsor Castle with King Charles and Queen Camilla. This year, Andrew is in disgrace, a 3-hour drive away. Ferguson's in hiding, and the princesses, royal no-shows. But the sisters, who are popular with their royal relatives, are expected to attend future family events if and when the ruckus over their parents' links to Jeffrey Epstein ever dies down. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
The animated adventure Super Mario Galaxy Movie has launched into first place at the box office this weekend, earning $48.3 million. It knocked science fiction thriller Project Hail Mary into second place. I'm Heather Bosch, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Periods of rain for tonight. Some of it will be heavy, and there could be a thunderstorm as well that brings damaging winds, a low 49. Some leftover showers early tomorrow for Easter Sunday, otherwise breezy and cooler with clouds, high 53. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
Every week, I deliver an editorial message addressing issues of importance to the community.
But this one is different. It's personal. It is a tribute to one of the greatest men I have ever known, Gary Kenneth Bowser. An icon in the automotive business, Gary died last weekend at the age of 81. He founded Bowser Automotive in 1983, and the wildly successful business grew to employ over 450 people and become one of the largest and most well-respected auto groups in the Pittsburgh area. Besides building a business from the ground up, Gary Bowser was an incredible family man who married his high school sweetheart, Barb. He lived a life of community service, especially in support of the Stanley M. Marks Blood Cancer Research Fund. Personally, Mr. B treated my wife and kids like his own family at every turn and in every moment of our lives. We will miss him more than words can ever express. Pittsburgh has lost a once-in-a-lifetime guy who will never be forgotten. And so, to his family, Barb, Gary Jr., Kurt, and all his grandchildren, we send our love and thanks for sharing him with all of us.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
It's Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Rach.
John.
The cavalcade of guests. I don't even know does that word time stamp me, age stamp me when I say cavalcade? Everybody was just coming in. Now they're all here.
I'll check you. You're good.
Yeah, and our current guest, Ryan Douglas of the Ryan Douglas Field of Dreams Foundation. Is it 20? I'm reading your shirt for the show notes, Ryan. Is this year the 20th annual?
This is how we make life easier for John. Like our musicians on the podcast, they do it. Yeah.
Time flies when you have fun.
Time flies. 20 years.
20
and
years.
You're just a baby. So how is that a thing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It still blows my mind, but super excited for next Saturday. So
yeah, and that came quickly. So you've talked to us for a bunch of years about how great this program is. So for people who don't know, Ryan, start at the beginning. So 20 years of this amazing clinic that you've done, and it's crazy to me to hear the stories of what it was and what it's become.
Yeah, again, the 20th annual one is going to be next Saturday at the EQT field out in the Washington Wild Things. But going back 20 years ago, my very first time doing this, it was 4 straight Saturdays, and I did one in the morning, one in the afternoon. So the very first year, there was 8 that we did in several different communities in the Pittsburgh area. So it's just how it's grown from that now. And I know this morning, I think we're at 247 kids pre-registered. But the best part about that, kids don't have to be pre-registered. They can just come up and show and take part in the clinic itself too. But I have about 60 volunteers on the field helping, about 8 guys that play professionally. So the instruction the kids get, I mean, again, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of mechanics, but it's fun. I want to make sure the kids have fun when they do it.
I think, go ahead. I know, because I'll just keep talking, blah, blah.
So, Ryan, how did you come to be a part of this, right? So it's 20 years, but what's your story for anybody who doesn't know?
Absolutely. I mean, I grew up in the city of Pittsburgh and Elliott West End.
But you played for Brighton Heights.
I did.
With Jack Hunt.
Can't help it.
When I was 11 and 12, I did play for Brighton Heights. Jack Hunt was one of my coaches. He's awesome.
Crazy.
But I got drafted out of high school by the Kansas City Royals. I played in their organization for 7 years, making up to AA, a couple of big league games of spring training, 1 year with the Montreal Expo system in AA, and then I finished my career with the Washington Wild Things. So 9 years overall. But I think back in camps and clinics when you're young, or when I grew up, it always costs a lot of money.
Right.
So, again, growing up in the city of Pittsburgh here now, I want to give back to the kids. So when I do this now, I do all the fundraising on my own, all the sponsors, amazing sponsors. I mean, you can check it out at ryandouglas.com. Because of them, I can do this. And I know the kids, I think, have a great time. They get a shirt. The volunteers get some sweet swag. But then I think afterwards, there's some really nice prizes that the kids can I raffle off. They can get. And I wanted to get them excited for the upcoming seasons.
Yeah. And so people can continue to donate, right? Because
Absolutely.
I want to point out that, you do a golf outing as well.
Yep.
And the importance of getting these funds is to keep it going so that you can make it bigger and better. Now, how many years have you done it at the Wild Things?
It's the 20th annual one. My wife and I were talking.
Okay.
We're like, let's do this up a little bit.
Yeah, did I miss something?
I usually do it in the city of Pittsburgh.
Right.
But again, I mean, having it on the platform like EQT, all turf field, I mean, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
I think it'd be pretty cool. But like you said before with the golf outing, my third annual will be coming up in the fall. It's going to be August, September. I haven't secured on the date itself.
Okay.
But any of the proceeds that I get for that for the golf outing goes back to athletic associations in the Pittsburgh area.
I love that.
So last year I gave three $3,000 checks to associations to try to help them out. And the main reason for that is to earmark that money for families. So if they have multiple kids or maybe a single parent, I don't want the financial reasons being the reason that a kid can't play baseball or softball.
And some of this stuff. Sorry, I have questions. And the thing is, this is like hockey for us, Rachel and I. We've experienced it. You know, a bat doesn't just cost $50 anymore, right? And a glove doesn't cost that. And I don't know what's escalated that. Is it that much better because of technology, or is it just the marketplace? But you're helping with it because as we go through that process, it becomes less and less possible for a parent to even buy one bat, let alone two bats.
Correct, yeah. And I mean, I think the raffle prizes, to me, I always laugh a little bit because we pull a ticket and you say, read the ticket, the kid comes up super excited. The mom or dad like, hey, grab a bat. Hey, grab a bag. Like, when they pick up like a pack of cards, you're like, no, put that back down.
Right, exactly.
So again, any way to help them out. I mean, and there's ones that show up and they actually have no idea about baseball or softball. And maybe they go through this, and now they get excited. Now their parents can see their excitement. Now they want to actually partake in that sport for that season. So it allows them just to experience it and see, hey, do I like this or not? You know what I do? Yeah, let me try it out.
And obviously, this was your sport, right? You loved baseball, so it was important to you. But I think as a parent, I need to point out that, you know, when we look at, I think about the holiday and how people will say, oh, I don't want to give money toward toys. I want to do something else. And you go, but kids love toys, right?
Yeah,
and so for me, I equate it to something like that where you go, insert the thing, baseball, golf, football, you know, hockey, whatever it might be. Is it a necessity? No, but what it brings and what it builds is, and those kids deserve that. So this is so deserving because kids cannot be cooped up. We complain all the time that they're playing video games. They're on their phones too much. There's too much screen time. This is a way to teach them, be outside, learn something that you're moving. I mean, there's so many great aspects to it that it makes complete sense.
Well, I all my volunteers out on the field, I mean, they're amazing. I mean, my family is amazing for backing me up. But when they're on the field and they tell these kids one certain, we talk for literally like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we get the kids going in that station because there's 6 stations that's set up. So it's pitching, infield, outfield, base running, run down. So, I mean, as we blow the air horn, they rotate to the next station, then we just do it again.
Sure.
And blow the air horn, they run to the next station. So, I mean, you get the kids excited, like Mike McHenry with the Pirates. I mean, he comes out, I think this is like maybe his 6th year coming out. He cracks me up because he has the kids, like, they hold the bats up like it's Braveheart and they're charging to the next station. So, and, I mean, the Pirates itself, I mean, the Progies are there, the Parrots are there, the Washington Wild Things mascot, they're running around. He's having the kids tackle a mascot when I'm trying to have them do butt kickers and high knee stretching. So, again, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I want it to be fun.
Yeah,
I
it
want
has
the
to
kids
be fun.
learn something with it.
Right.
Ryan, talk about that for a minute. Give a shout out to the sponsors and even the Pirates having that kind of you have that kind of affiliation with everybody.
Absolutely. I mean, again, I can't do this without the sponsors. So the Ovington Foundation is great. Pittsburgh Express, Target Freight, GBU Life, Tri-State Office. I mean, that's just the top ones. But if you go to RyanDouglas.com, which is Ryan Douglas with 2 S's,
yes,
point that out.
Douglas.
So RyanDouglas.com. I mean, it has a list of all the sponsors, and the best part about it, it's a dual sponsorship opportunity. So it's the clinic, but then it's also the golf outing. So they're on there, and it's for the whole year. So then, I mean, as I move into the next year, I always reach out ahead of time to see if they want to stay on the website. If they are, then I'll follow back up.
Why do they want to become a sponsor, Rachel? Best swag.
Oh, what did I tell you? I didn't know that was my answer, but I told him when I was walking him in, I said, John literally had your sweatshirt on the other day when it was cold.
I love
He's
that
like,
sweatshirt.
I love this
I told him
sweatshirt.
I just have to be careful when I wear it. I can't wear it when I know I'm going to eat spaghetti sauce or drop some food on it.
Or anything.
Yes.
I mean, you do wear a bib. I mean, let's point that out because it's very, very
Well, I always try to take care of my volunteers.
You
Again,
are
I mean, I
wonderful.
appreciate the amazing sponsors and the volunteers that I have because they give up their time. I mean, especially for like the way it is on the weekend and the day itself. So again, I want to make sure that they look good while they're doing it.
Well, everybody appreciates it. We want to chat with you a little bit more, learn a little bit more about this amazing thing happening next Saturday. And of course, you have to answer our Yinzer questions. It is John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
When you need to know, depend on the news leader. at home, in your car, or at work. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKA-radio.com. Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Burgh with 6 Pittsburgh locations, always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. Schley Deck and Fence Company. Call today for an estimate on your rotten, rusted, paint shipping railings. Get your railings safe again by spring. Call 412-515-6575. Schley Deck and Fence. SchleyDeckCompany.com. Happy home improvement season from Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. Home equity loan rates are as low as 5.25%. For full terms and to see if you qualify, visit AllegiantFCU.org. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
Been 30 time, would have been 30, no, would have been 30, being 30, been 29. If that'll help, been 29,000.
Get ready to bid on the equipment you need in the Ritchie Brothers Northeast Regional Auction on May 5th. Inventory is housed at locations in Pittsburgh, North Franklin, and Northeast Maryland, with in-person inspections available. Bid on a wide selection of construction and transportation equipment. Don't miss this great opportunity. Visit rbauction.com/Pittsburgh to sign up. Again, that's rbauction.com/Pittsburgh.
A luxury vacation home where the only decision is pool time or beach time. Your own private indoor pool, a real movie theater, a kitchen big enough for everyone to cook together. Whether it's a deep water dock on the lake or a private path to the ocean, SWAC Vacation Rentals has the place where this summer's memories are made. And when you book direct, you skip the extra platform fees and you get the best price. Give yourself something better to look forward to this year. Let's be honest, you've earned it. Visit SWAC, SWACK Vacations.com.
Planning for retirement isn't easy. If you don't know where to start, join Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors every Saturday at 1 for the Net Worth Financial Hour. Beth shares helpful tips and strategies that just might change the course of your retirement. Listen every Saturday at 1 to the Net Worth Financial Hour with Beth Andrews of Net Worth Advisors. Net Worth Advisors, LLC, is a registered investment advisor.
Join Rob Pratt every Sunday at 11 a.m. for Black and Gold Sunday, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer. Rob keeps you posted on Pittsburgh sports with 2 hours of exciting talk. That's Black and Gold Sunday, 11 to 1, presented each week by Coons Market.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
It is us, and we're getting better at not saying that. I didn't say the whole thing. I just said us. Right. John's telling everybody about his past, and we know that Ryan Douglas has quite the past here in Pittsburgh. 20 years of getting ready for being on this major field with the Wild Things. That's a pretty big deal. I didn't realize you were with the Wild Things. How did I miss that part?
I was excited to finish my career close to home.
Yeah.
I was probably leaving about 50 to 75 tickets a game when I pitched.
Okay. Is that right? Yeah.
I got to start the All-Star game out there. So
nice.
What was funny is I was the old veteran on the team, so I was the grandpa, so to speak.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm sure.
But, I mean, I was trying to teach the kids, I call them kids because they're teammates,
sure.
They're younger, just what it's all about. So, like, leaving the clubhouse, walking to the dugout, say what's up to all the fans. I mean, they're, in a way, paying to come see you.
Right.
Yeah. And those kids that finished pitching, they're like, Douglas, what'd you think? So it was cool to like
Of
just
course.
talk to them and tell them what I thought, my perspective. But again, finishing close to home was awesome.
And you talked about, obviously, you're excited that next weekend, next Saturday, is the Field of Dreams, 20 years, and we're culminating it, and we're so stoked for you because we love seeing the passion that you and your family exude whenever you're getting ready for this event in particular. But, you know, it's so much more than just learning about baseball. Like you said, there's this exercise element. There's this piece of, you said there's all these volunteers who are giving different pieces of advice. But also, I think that we have to stop and remember that any of us who played a sport or were a part of some kind of an organization, we realize that you're part of something. It's a brotherhood, a sisterhood, it's a camaraderie, and it's a discipline. You know, I know it from hockey and watching my boys with their, you know, like John said, we come from hockey families. It's that too, right? It's that cohesion that you're seeing people. Do they get to know each other a little bit from year to year?
Actually, and that's what I said. The way I've sort of scaled down, so to speak, where now I just have one big gathering of the clinic. Afterwards, the last several years, we've had lunch at our house, and I know this year my wife and I are both excited. We don't have to worry about setting up the garage and having catering. So we're actually going to my high school basketball coach. He Johnny Lee with coaches on Banksville. He's closing it up for 1:30 to 4:30 for my volunteers for like an extended happy hour.
I love that.
Just to have lunch with them, and it's always good to just catch up with them a little bit because any other time it was always craziness. So now I can see what's going on with them and their families and kids and everything else. So. As I said before, I appreciate the time that they give to me, and I mean to my family and to the kids. I mean, especially get the kids excited.
Speaking of kids, do you need to give a shout out? Don't you have some things happening with your kids? Be a proud dad for a second.
Oh, I mean, there's several. I mean, all my boys are amazing. Braden, Dean, and Camden. I mean, my wife over here too. I mean,
kids,
what she does. But Braden's a senior at Olsh. He's taking flight lessons right now and getting his hours in up in the air. It's amazing hearing his stories every day. I can't believe he's graduating. That's a whole nother thing for my wife and I to go through. My middle son, Dean's a sophomore on the baseball team. Finished up with basketball. He's having a really good season thus far. I help coach Olsh baseball. Now, my youngest son, Camden, he's in with soccer and with the B-Link program, and he's doing really well as a goalie. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, and they keep us busy, to say the least.
Yeah. No doubt about it. So, once again, it's the coming up next Saturday, and it's April. It's the 20th annual.
It's the 11th.
Yeah, it's April 11th. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
crazy.
It's the 20th annual. If people want to get in, they can still go register.
Absolutely.
And we would love for you to give that website, but you're not allowed to give that website unless you answer our Yinzer questions. Do you know that?
Bring it.
There you go. I love
such an
the
athlete.
challenge. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we will start with, since you are a Pittsburgher, is there a neighborhood that you want to give? I mean, and you cannot give the fact, we already talked about that you played at Brighton Heights, because that's my claim to fame. That's how I know you. But you are so near and dear. You love the city of Pittsburgh. Is there something about a neighborhood that you want to tout?
Well, I mean, I grew up in Elliott, West End.
Sure.
I mean, right across the West End Bridge. A lot of people know the West End Circle when it used to be the Circle, and now it's a little bit better.
Now it's the confusing thing.
Yeah. But I think in Elliott's kind of cool because I know the West End Overlook.
That's so funny. Yeah.
For me, that was one of the holidays I missed a lot whenever I did travel and play baseball.
I bet.
4th of July, you go to the West End Overlook, you're climbing up in trees. I mean, the view up there is amazing. I'm sure a lot of people know about that. But the one thing I always think about is St. Margaret's Cemetery was at the top of my street in Valonia in Elliott. And the back half of the cemetery, there was no plots, no graves, no nothing. So we played a ton of baseball up there. We had our own notebooks. We had stats. I mean, we did a lot for me and my boys growing up. So again. I want to make sure people realize there was no graves. You know?
Yeah, right. No sacrilege.
Those are the far back of the cemetery.
It's like the pharmaceutical commercial. Nobody was hurt while this was happening. Yeah.
All right.
So funny.
What is one of your procrastination destinations? Things that, I keep wanting to get there, but I just haven't gotten there yet.
Well, the one thing I think about, where Felicia mentioned earlier, like with Mac Miller, like the Blue Slide. I've never really been over there.
Yeah.
So I mean, Mac Miller was awesome. I mean, I grew up on rap music and everything else.
Yeah.
So I mean, hearing some of that, and even with the Savannah Bananas, when we were talking about like last year going, my wife got tickets and we ended up seeing that. The one player, when he was coming in and talking about it, showing that, I'm like, it would be cool to see that and experience that.
Yeah, that's a good one. You have good answers.
Yeah, and we've had lunch over at that little.
I keep forgetting.
Place over there. Yeah, I forget
what's
the name
it called?
of it. Yeah.
It's the market, like right outside.
The Friendship Market or something like that.
Is it Friendship?
You're on a Friendship.
No,
yeah,
Oakland.
we'll have to get.
I forget.
Either
but
way,
yes,
it's right in the shadows.
All of it's
the
like
slide.
named after Mac.
Yeah,
like they have all different sandwiches and stuff. Okay, and the final would be, and John loves to point out that mine my situation is that I don't love Permane Brothers sandwiches. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
Is there
cool.
anything that we would need to like guard you on your way out of the building for you to admit to?
No, well, the only thing I could think of is my first year playing. I was 19 years old. I went home for a day off, or maybe 2 days off, and then I came back. And talking to my coach, I threw the word yins out there in conversation. He's like, "What? Who? What did you say?" So from then on, like for the next 2, 3, 4 years, I was trying to really try to watch what I was saying.
Sure.
I didn't want to bring the Pittsburghese out, so people were like, "What? Who?" Like fed up. I mean, a gum band. I mean, all that stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
Words.
Yeah.
I mean, what I'll say that is like I am who I am. So
Yeah.
I mean, for the couple of years I took it out, but it's still in there now.
It's there.
So,
You can't take it
I
out
can't
for
help
good.
it.
Yeah,
Next
no,
Saturday,
I get it.
April 11th at the Washington Wild Things ballpark, which is super cool.
Yeah.
And
I
you're
love that
still
park.
taking registrations. You'll still take some donations as well.
Absolutely.
Tell us all what everybody has to do to get signed up.
Yep. So again, www.ryandouglas.com is the website. You can check it out. There's sponsor levels from single, double, triple, homer, grand slam. Again, you get the exposure for the clinic, let alone the golf outing. For boys and girls 6 to 12 years old, absolutely free. And again, even if you don't pre-register, you can still come out and just have an absolute blast. Next Saturday, April 11th, starts at 10 a.m.
Is
out
it
at
rain or
EQT.
shine?
Rain. Oh, the best part about it, this whole field is turf.
Okay.
It's definitely, it's always rain or
that's
shine,
so
but now it's
helpful.
looking at the weather, knocking on wood, it looks pretty dang good.
Yeah, that's awesome. What
Yeah.
an experience. We need to get there. I'm not just saying this. Like, we need to get there. This is
experience it.
John,
Like-
I'm going to put you a base running. You can show these kids how to base
crying
run.
out loud.
Yeah. I'll go up to first base and burp and scratch my belly and I go, what's wrong with
thank
that?
God he
Just
said
don't pull
belly.
that hamstring. That's all when you run.
All right. Hey, we had the physical therapy on earlier.
We did,
so
yeah. I
I'll
mean,
just go
they'll
back
get
and
them
see.
We can
prepared.
probably get a trainer
I'll
out there.
get sponsored by them. Yeah, yeah.
So funny.
Listen, I'll come out as a pierogi. How about that?
No,
I'll
in
mark it
all
down.
seriousness, we've been looking for ways. You've always been a part of our strawberry jello pretzel salad
Yeah.
contest. And unfortunately this year, because Jay has won every year, he is a judge.
That's what I'm hearing.
But, we think that there's a way, and I'm saying it on the air for accountability reasons. We work with People's Gas, who does this really cool thing called Eat, Drink, Help. And if you are selling something, which we could have a bougie, something that's sold, they match it for up to $1,000, and it goes to the charity of choice. So I think we need to figure out what we're selling of bougie.
We can definitely talk about that. I like
Right.
that idea. That's
Right.
cool.
I'm always trying to think for you, Ryan. Always trying to think. You guys are great people. We adore you. We love what you're doing. We appreciate it. So one more time, website for signups. Don't be late.
RyanDouglas.com. And I
Two
mean,
S's.
I appreciate both
Two
of you
S's.
guys, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, your Jag Golf's awesome.
You're awesome. Thanks so much, guys. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
SchultzFord.com, 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 SchultzFord.com.
At LendSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle, and sometimes a little help. That's why we stand with you with our exclusive AI lending platform, connecting you to over 100 funders. If you've been in business for at least 2 years with a minimum annual revenue of $500,000, you can get up to $1 million in funding in as fast as 24 hours. No collateral, no prepayment penalties, no red tape. Apply today with no cost or obligation at lendseek.com. That's LENDSEEK.com.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the US, we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
When it's happening, News Radio KDKA is telling you about it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell.
To the Rooney family, to Art, to Jim Rooney, to now young Dan Rooney, they define Pittsburgh in so many ways. They represent that city in every which way with pride. And I think this draft is something that is really important to all of them and to the Steelers in general.
The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Now more than ever, we're the station you can trust for the information you need. KDKA. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
CBS News Brief. Both U.S. and Iranian forces are searching for a crew member whose plane was shot down over Iran. Marine Corps veteran Aaron McLean.
Obviously, the worst case scenario is that this remaining aircrew member is dead. But them being captured is a pretty bad scenario as well for them and for the nation. The Iranians will absolutely use that for maximum leverage, for propaganda. It's not a great situation.
Flight Director Judd Freeling says the Artemis 2 spacecraft canceled one move today so it can try to unfreeze its toilet.
It allowed us to put Orion space capsule in an attitude that will put sun on the vent of that wastewater tank to see if we can try to heat that up and get that wastewater vented.
In Jerusalem. The Holy Saturday Easter Vigil was held at the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. CBS News Brief, I'm Heather Bosch.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the U.S., we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Periods of rain into tonight, some of it heavy along with a thunderstorm, and any thunderstorm could bring damaging winds, a low of 49. A couple of leftover showers first thing tomorrow, but otherwise mostly dry for Easter Sunday with clouds, a high 53. For AccuWeather, I'm Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, back to it on Monday. Having a great weekend. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6. I'll catch you on Monday right here, KDK.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is us. I said that the last time. It is us because John and I had this terrible habit for a while, Felicia, where we would say, it is John and Rachel. Well, they've already said that, so don't repeat yourself. Act like you've been here.
I know. Why are you acting brand new?
I know, and you've been here. So we're happy to have you back. Felicia Mysick, we call her Coach. But we're so excited. It's way too long that we received a book from you. It was such an amazing gift at our office to open a box and have it be your book. I was just so proud of you. And I've loved seeing all the fanfare around it and the people giving you accolades for all the great things that you've done. But specifically, it's such an amazing journey and an amazing accomplishment to write a book. How is that feeling? Because you've certainly accomplished many things.
Yeah, well, thanks, John.
John's back.
John's back. No, you know what? It's a relief. I mean, to be honest, like, because you have something in you, and then you get to a point that you just want to get it done. And then when you finish it, it just feels like a relief.
Talk about what the book is and how long of a process it was.
Oh my. The book is called Unnegotiated Self.
Okay.
And it's all about building a life from alignment and not survival. And I think I've been in survival since I lived with my family, with my mother, and then graduating, and then college, and then getting into a marriage and getting out of that. And it's all about understanding where I was at and getting to a point where I'm at right now, which is nothing but clarity and alignment.
How do you get to clarity? Right? Because I think would it be fair to say that there's different stages of clarity? Because I think that you can get to clarity and then get cloudy again.
Yeah, but I think that's what life is about. It's all about being grounded.
Sure.
So when you do get into those moments where it's overwhelming or where things are cloudy and things don't feel certain, you have to figure out how to become grounded again. I think that's the biggest thing is taking a time out. And the book is all about self-awareness, self-leadership, because everyone wants to, they think there's always an outside source to move forward. And for you to gain clarity, you have to know that it starts from within.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I think of a salmon, swimming upstream for you. Like ever since we've ever talked to you, whether it's like you're Coach Mike, and then you were doing these things, and it's always you're swimming upstream. You're pushing through the crowd. Always making something different for yourself, not sitting back there saying, "Oh, woe is me." Certainly, I'm sure you've had those times. When you're went through your health issues, you allow yourself to have those times, but then you allow yourself to grab the steering wheel and just start pushing up the stream the opposite way of all that adversity. Does that come from your family? Does it come from just the environment that you lived in? Like, are there people within your family that were like that and you say, well, this person I know was my mentor because they were like this?
I think everyone has to have mentors. You watch mentors your whole life. I get that to now. Like people say that to me now. I think you guys said that to me. Like, you're a mentor or a role model. I'm
Indeed,
like,
you are.
yes.
Yeah.
But you watch people and you want to move forward. But I think with me, it's all about responding, not reacting. Yes, I grew up. I think I'm built resilient. I think most Black people in general, not talking about everyone, but I think we've been built resilient, and I don't want that anymore. I want to say that I'm being more intentional and making my choices versus letting life happen to me. I am choosing what direction I'm going into. So again, it's all about not reacting anymore. Just I'm taking a second. I'm learning how to pause.
Oh, okay.
And I heard. John's back, so when he says swimming upstream, I'm like, that's a John type of language. Sure. It makes sense, but I don't want to go against the current anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
I understand what you're saying, but my whole thing is like, why do I want to go back to a certain place? I don't know salmon. I don't know what the analogy is the best way, but the way I look at it when I think about it, why are they going back on a certain direction? I don't know. But if I have to look at myself, my whole thing is making my own path, making my own way, and I want to live in peace. And I made a decision to choose that versus waiting for someone to give me permission to have it. So that's.
But let me ask you this: did you do that to yourself, that you felt that you needed to ask permission, or did something happen that you felt like you needed permission?
Well, I'm glad you said that, because what happened was I lost my health.
Sure.
I lost what I thought my family life would be, my idea of what a family would be. I lost all of that, and I had to figure out. Like, was I not supposed to survive cancer?
Sure.
It got to a point, it got really dark and ugly. I didn't know I was supposed to, it got so dark that I literally questioned, why am I still alive? And then I grounded myself, and, I prayed, and I started fasting, and I started thinking and it wasn't just to get answers. I just needed to find stillness. I needed to find quiet. I needed to find grounding. And what I realized was, I'm allowing everyone else to make decisions for me. Even though I thought I was in control, I thought I was doing the right thing. But what really happened was I was in survival mode. I wasn't in a place where I could choose. I wasn't in a place where I could just breathe. And I got to a point that I just paused. And I said, you know what? Enough is enough.
What made you get to that point to pause?
Are you going deep?
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Well, I am extra single, and that's why. Because I went through a situation, and I needed to get out of that. I lost my health.
Yeah.
So I had to figure out how to live again.
And I think that was yours, right? Yours was health.
Well, I think everyone, because anyway, it could be health, it could be a relationship, because I can tell you on my end, like my children, like the way that they started treating me, with the book, I don't go into details. I don't want you to see my story. When you read the book, I want you to see your own story. I can sit here and tell you like, hey, guess what? I lost my relationship. I lost my health. I lost my children. I didn't know if I was meant to be on this earth anymore. And then I figured out what I learned was, you know what? My story's not over because I'm still alive. There's something else for me to do. So I needed to get to a point that I had to stop waiting for permission. I had to stop waiting for someone to tell me that I can be happy. So I made a choice to start seeking out joy and not making it complicated.
Is it one of those things where every morning now you wake up and you say, well, I have the choice to wake up and be happy, or I have the choice to not wake up and be sad? So you think of something positive and wake up and you're happy? How do you function with that?
I wake up every morning. I thank God that I can open my eyes.
Yeah.
Every morning I'm thankful. I'm like, thank you for giving me another day, because I know what it felt like every morning, every night going to sleep thinking that I wasn't going to wake up the next day.
Yeah.
I remember every night going to sleep thinking like, okay, well, my family's not going to be here when I wake up when I get up the next day. I remember how hard it was. And then going into the world where people see me like you guys see me. Oh, you're doing great. You're doing fun things. You're always out there moving forward. And I do. I do move forward.
Yeah.
But every time I said yes, it cost me something. And I think everyone always tells you, say yes to everything, do everything, do it, because you never know what opportunities. But every time you say yes, you are getting into a point that you may be overwhelmed.
Sure.
You may overgive, and I no longer want to overgive. So I think it's one of those things that you don't need agreement with anyone to set boundaries anymore. You have to sit here and choose yourself. All right, girl.
I know, right? I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I feel very like, whew, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's helpful.
Yeah, I think, that's where I'm at right now. Because this is my life.
Yeah.
I only have this one. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be.
Sure.
You know, I'm trying to only put people in my circle and people around me that make me happy. You
Love
know,
it.
so if I talk to people on my days that I don't want to be around you, that means you are close to me. You know, I think
that was a sign, John.
Yes.
We're safe.
Yeah.
We have to put you on pause because we have to go to a break and we get to come back and chat more about your amazing book and your amazing self. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
When the weather turns bad, turn to us for the best news, weather, and traffic information from the KDKA Radio Storm Center. Presented by Duquesne Light Company, larger than light, and brought to you by Butler Transit Authority. Online and on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Thinking about starting weight loss treatment? GoodRx is here to help. We offer FDA-approved GLP-1 medications prescribed by licensed providers, including the Wegovy tablet, with straightforward pricing and pickup at your local pharmacy or delivery to your door. All from America's #1 prescription app. Go to GoodRx.com/weight loss to get started. GoodRx is not insurance. Cancel anytime. #1 prescription app ranked by a third-party study.
While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-507-9701. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-507-9701. That's 800-507-9701. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hockey is a passion for fans of the sport, but also for the youth who fall in love with the game. With the ever-increasing cost of participating in hockey, many families face financial challenges. The Assisted Goals Foundation was founded to remove financial barriers and to create lasting growth in the sport for current and future players of all backgrounds and communities. Help the Assisted Goals Foundation make the game of hockey available and accessible to anyone, anywhere, at any time. You too can provide an assist. Donate today at assistedgoals.org.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. And you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the US, we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit WWF.Earth/plastics.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Getting deep with John
really.
and Rachel, right? Getting deep.
Who knew?
And Felicia Mikesic's here, and author of a new book. We've known you in so many ways. Through Rotary, you got us a big gig. And Unnegotiated Self is the name of the book. She's like pointing it to it right there. I love when the guests, they give me the cue cards. Whether it's a sweatshirt, a ball cap, or a book title, it's right in front of me. And that helps me as I age my way into this thing. But, again, we've known you for so many years doing different things, making positivity. You've included us in things, and we've appreciated that, but always just a positive thing. And when you went through your health, scare, your health situation, whatever we want to call it, we watched that too. And seeing you come out of that is really pretty cool. And seeing you sitting here smiling is good. But then you also have a different head on your shoulders, where I love your phrase was, and I'll let you talk this point, every yes means no to something else, right?
Every yes means you're giving up something.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a no, but
gotcha.
It's you're giving up something, some part of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you want to go ahead and open the doors and say yes to people. And that is, I don't know how many leaders that I have looked to, and they told me, just say yes, But then I'm not with my kids. Then I'm not with myself. Then I'm not with my partner. And then I'm not, doing what I really want to do. And then you're late here, late there, late everywhere. And you get to a point that what really matters?
Mm-hmm.
What really matters for you in your life? And it's like, what matters is the thing that makes me smile the most. I tell everybody to this day, if my son calls me right now, I will end this interview and walk right out of here, because that's who I want to be with.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see. That's what I want to be around. And I remember just getting to a point I was sick, and I couldn't even get up. And I remember I had one goal, was to see my son get out the door. One goal. And I got that goal in the morning. And then I was in bed for the next 12, 15 hours. But I started living moment by moment. And then I got to, day by day. And then I got to week by week, the month by month. And then I got kicked back down the moment by moment. And then when you get to those moments and you start seeing where your energy is depleting, you start realizing what really matters in your life. Because the thing is, I want to be the most efficient person. Not even say efficient, optimize. I want to optimize my life, so this way my kids don't feel like they were like a second choice or a afterthought. I want them to know that, look, no, I provide certainty with them, saying, look, this is what my week looks like, and this is where I can be there for you this week. My kids are in track, my kids are in basketball, my kids are in school. I want to be there for them. So I let them know, hey, here's what my week will look like, and here's what I'm going to be able to do, because you're a priority for me this week. However, here's the days I'm going to be working. I have people and I have commitments other places. So it's more just getting to a point that if I'm living in peace is not the absence of emotion. All right. It's all about just clarity. And when you're able to give somebody else clarity, you're able to move forward in life, and everybody is just aligned with you. It's not saying like, hey, you don't matter. It's just the fact that, hey, I have obligations in my life that make me happy.
Mm-hmm. What is your hope for people who read the book? What do you want them to get out of it?
I want the book to meet them where they're at. I want wherever they're at in their life, I want them to find the questions, because every chapter at the end of it, I have a pause. Mm-hmm. I want them to read the pause. And I want them to apply it to their lives immediately, because I think everything that I went through, again, it's not you. My story's in here, but I want them to see themselves. I want them to walk out knowing that they're grounded and they're at peace within themselves. And I think that's the biggest thing. And each chapter says, this is where I was at, but now this is what I do.
Right.
And I think I want to remind everybody that what you mentioned during the earlier segment is, it's not about resiliency anymore. It's about It's about taking control. So resiliency means you handle whatever anybody's throwing at you, right? Is the way I define it, where as opposed to taking control and nobody's throwing anything at me unless I want them to. Is that kind of how you look at it?
Oh, you can throw it at me, but I can dodge. The whole point is you can throw anything at me, but the thing is I will no longer absorb your emotions. I will no longer absorb your problem, your anger, your if you, what do you call it when someone is they're late and now you want me to rush? No, I'm not absorbing that anymore. Yeah. What I'm saying is, hey, here, I'm living my best life. So therefore I can plan. And if it fits, it stays. If it doesn't fit, well, it wasn't that important right now. I'm alive still.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah. We would be remiss if we didn't ask you, though, what is happening in June? Isn't there something big that's coming up that
For me?
think, yes.
Well, in June, I'll be ending my year as governor.
Crazy. How did that time?
Governor of the Rotary.
Yes.
The governor.
District
the governor.
7300?
7305.
How did you know that?
Yeah,
because he's the guy.
Oh, please. Yeah.
It's John.
I barely remember
he's
my
the
name
Rotary
each
guy.
day.
Yeah. And so that's pretty cool, though.
No, you know what's cool? The fact that you're going to be my MC.
I'm pretty excited. Yes.
I hope you both come out, to be honest.
Yes. John, he supports everything I do, so I'm super excited for that.
Yeah,
right, John?
Yeah.
You have the verbal commitment over the airwaves.
Rotary is awesome. I've been traveling to all nine counties within southwestern PA. We have 80 clubs. We're about to do a huge Rotary Day of Service on May 16th. So we're looking for everyone to just team up with their local Rotary club and do a service project. Do something that makes them happy within their own community. And in June, we have a huge celebration. I'm hoping to get the Field of Dreams guy down there to speak.
Oh my God, he's such a good speaker.
Yes. Yeah, I would love to have him.
I love that Ryan Douglas is the Field of Dreams guy.
Right.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah. All right. Felicia, we have you here about your book. Where does everybody? What's the title of it? Where does everybody find it?
Unnegotiatedself.com, and it's also available in all major bookstores online. So just Google it. You'll find it, Unnegotiated Self. But if you want it personally from me, go to unnegotiatedself.com, and I may or may not sign it for you.
Oh, wow. There you go, because it's the new you.
It's the new me.
So you just need to pause, right, John?
Yeah.
Always pause.
That's right.
I need to listen to this. I need to read this front to cover, or cover to cover. It's always a pleasure to have you. Yes. We appreciate you. It is John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Pros, just because something on the job runs out doesn't mean you have to. Order it on the Lowe's app. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get free same-day delivery on eligible orders over $25. Get the fasteners, hardware, or tools you need to keep the job moving. Order by 2 p.m. and get eligible in-stock items delivered right to your job site by 8 p.m. Members get more at Lowe's. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Subject to availability. Restrictions and terms at Lowe's.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Hey folks, my friends at NASCO Roofing take pride in exceeding customer expectations. Scott from Aspinwall was amazed at NASCO's quality, honesty, work ethic, and superior craftsmanship. Scott loved working with NASCO and appreciated that NASCO doesn't use high-pressure sales tactics like other companies. NASCO has satisfied thousands like Scott. Get NASCO on your roof. Call NASCO Roofing, 412-373-2000, 412-373-2000. Most jobs done in a day. Special financing available. NASCO Roofing, NASCO.
The Big K Morning Show with Larry Richards.
Pittsburgh Mayor Corey O'Connor. Very atypical with the NFL draft and all the things that are going on.
We're all excited. You know, it's coming fast. But we also want Pittsburghers, and I say this wherever I go, this is also your city. This is your draft. We're going to have hundreds of thousands of people coming from across the country, but we want Pittsburghers to be ambassadors.
Weekday mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Pittsburgh Speaker Series at Heinz Hall, presented by University of Pittsburgh, announces its 26-27 season. 7 evenings to deepen your understanding of the world around you, featuring Anderson Cooper, former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson, historian Anne Applebaum, financial journalist Andrew Ross Sorkin, and former NASA Administrator Charles Bolden. The series is sponsored by News Radio KDKA and the Spanos Group of Raymond James. Tickets on sale now at pittsburghspeakers.org.
KDKA and KDKA-FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Heather Bosch. The 4 members of the Artemis 2 crew are preparing for a moon flyby on Monday that will be historic. NASA's Kelsey Young.
As they get closer, they'll start to focus on that near side, far side transition. The far side is the side of the moon that always faces away from our own planet. So as they get closer, they'll be able to see features that human eyes have never before seen.
The Orion spacecraft is now more than halfway to the moon. President Trump today said hell will rain down on Iran if it doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz. Iran called the threat nervous and helpless, and Iran continues to strike Israel. CBS's Wendy Gillette.
Sirens in Tel Aviv warned of incoming Iranian missiles early Saturday. One of them hit a building in the region, injuring a man. Cleanup was also underway in the central Israeli city of Ramat Gan after a building was struck. No one was hurt. In Iraq, smoke rose from an oil storage facility after an Iranian drone strike.
Iran downed 2 U.S. warplanes yesterday. U.S. forces rescued 2 pilots and are trying to find a missing crew member before Iranian forces do. The BBC's Parham Gobadi.
They're definitely going to use it as a propaganda tool. And let's not forget that one time they downed a U.S. drone and they put it in a exhibition, taking the school kids there, singing next to it. So they were using it for years. And now if they can manage to arrest a U.S. airman inside the country, that is going to be also a bargaining chip for Iran.
Firefighters in Southern California are making progress on a 4,000-acre wildfire burning in Riverside County. CBS News Los Angeles reporter Rick Montanez.
One neighbor told me that the person who lives across the street from her thought her home was actually on fire because of how close the flames got. But fire crews were here and they were able to stop it from getting onto these properties or from burning any of the homes in this community.
The number of San Francisco homeless camps is down to its lowest level in 7 years. CBS News Bay Area reporter Kenny Choi.
Renee Colorado is with the Tenderloin Merchants and Property Owners Association.
We still have a lot of work to do. We've just seen improvement that we haven't seen in years.
The city tells us that neighborhood fluctuations in encampments can occur even as the citywide tent numbers decline. Jennifer Friedenbach of the Coalition on Homelessness believes the city is taking an illegal approach to get rid of tents.
You know, forcibly removing, taking tents, throwing them away, and throwing away the rest of people's property.
The city responded to those allegations, telling us they do dispose of items considered contaminated or hazardous to human health, but personal belongings are stored through the Public Works bag and tag process for later retrieval.
This is CBS News.
Every Sunday, moderator Margaret Brennan goes face-to-face with top leaders to make you better informed. Face the Nation, Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTR-CM.
WKRP is coming to Cincinnati for real this time.
According to the current owner of the WKRP call sign, who's in Raleigh, North Carolina, it's used for a low-powered station at his home, but the nonprofit decided to sell it. He's not yet allowed to disclose more details. WKRP in Cincinnati was made famous by the late 70s TV sitcom centered on a fictional radio station and included Dr. Johnny Fever.
And I am burning up in here.
There was also newsman Les Nessman.
Oh, they're crunching to the earth right in front of my eyes.
And the boss, Arthur Big Guy Carlson.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly. WKRP in Cincinnati.
Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
An update on those nearly 500,000 Kit Kat bars stolen while in transit. Nestle posted a new statement confirming it's not a stunt. The post leads to a stolen Kit Kat tracker where you can check the barcode to see if your sweets were stolen. Heather Bosch, CBS News.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Periods of rain for tonight. Some of it will be heavy, and there could be a thunderstorm as well that brings damaging winds, a low 49. Some leftover showers early tomorrow for Easter Sunday, otherwise breezy and cooler with clouds, high 53. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It is John and Rachel, and we are in our final hour. Today, especially this whole weekend, but today went super fast, and tomorrow is the big day.
Right. The Easter day.
Or if you were in Drop the Puck mode, it's the weekend before the weekend.
Yes, because Drop the Puck has been something that's been going on for years. We've been involved in making videos.
A couple of years, yeah.
A couple of
I feel
years,
like we've
and
sort of
things
been
like
part of that.
And it's
yeah.
you guys knew of it because of your family, the hockey tournament stuff, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I said, after we had met with Matt a couple of years ago, I said, oh, one of my kids actually played in this. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
So we welcome Matt and Matt.
Hello. So first of all, let's celebrate Pens win 9-2. Yeah,
Thank
I mean,
goodness.
what better time to talk about hockey than right now, Matt and Matt?
The Mats.
Yeah. The Mats.
How's
I like
that?
it. I like it. So welcome you guys from Drop the Puck. It's a cancer fundraiser. So first of all, give us a little background on that, Matt, number one.
All right. Drop the Puck on Cancer was started 15 years ago. It was a fundraiser that started after two of our friends had passed away from cancer within weeks of each other. And we just got together and wanted to have something to raise a couple $100 for them just to show them support. And it just took off with a post on Facebook, a bottle of vodka. And it just turned into a major event that the first year I thought we'd raise maybe $100. Mm-hmm. We raised $40,000. Mm-hmm. And so we said, everyone's like, well, you're going to do this again. Yeah. And it's a fundraiser that helps local families from Brentwood that are fighting cancer or like former residents, high school. Mm-hmm. It's a Brentwood thing. Mm-hmm. And
that should be your next shirt. It's a Brentwood thing.
It's funny you say that.
Okay.
We had another fundraiser for another thing, and that's what their shtick was. It's a Brentwood thing. Diane and them.
Yeah. Who was just on? Was somebody on the podcast recently who said Brentwood? And I was like, oh, we know Brentwood because it was literally a couple of days ago.
Yeah,
and I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
But we were like, we know the Drop the Puck on Cancer event.
So tell us a bit about, Matt, number two, tell us a little bit about Brentwood, why this became a Brentwood thing. Like, because as we've noticed, like it's like the NFL draft is coming to the north side, everybody's buying into it. When Drop the Puck against cancer happens, all of the neighborhood buys into it, right?
Yeah, Brentwood's like a real small community with a chip on its shoulder.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And when something goes on and, it's time to chip in for somebody, everybody just wants to, to help and be a part of. And without the neighborhood, the alumni, we can never get this done.
Yeah.
We got over 100 volunteers.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And there's 10 of us who got it started. But, we got all these volunteers. Sometimes we don't even know what to do with them. But, it's an important event because it brings the borough together.
Yeah.
It's the second biggest thing, in Brentwood every year.
Wait, what's the first biggest thing? Fireworks. Yes, I knew it.
Oh, okay.
But I think this is beating it for the fact that this is everybody getting together. The parade, you don't see everyone.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
It kind of brings everybody to the, a central point, and we get usually about 1,500 people.
Yeah,
out through there in a day.
And if you don't mind me butting in, it's like so much the neighborhood buys in that they don't complain about the traffic, they don't complain about parking, right?
Right.
And then they donate these great prizes.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, how many raffle prizes get there?
We had over about 150 raffle baskets last year.
Right.
We have like a cutoff, and this is the weird part. Like under 500 is like a set amount of tickets you buy.
Okay.
And then over 500 is bigger tickets, like big end items.
Oh, I see.
Now,
okay.
500. Now, to me, like if you go to a regular fundraiser, and I try to explain to people.
I love that it's a regular fundraiser. Yeah. If you go to a regular one.
We're big time. But if you go to a regular one, 500 might be the grand prize.
Sure.
Yes.
500 of ours is down on the end, and it's nice.
Yeah.
But there's baskets worth $2,000, $3,000.
Yeah.
Like my class of 1987 this year donated a basket of a trip to Ireland.
Wow.
All expenses are covered. Well, most of the expenses are, whatever the price of airlines is.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff, gaming prizes. I mean, there's just like $3,500 in cash is a prize. There's just.
And we've forgotten to even say, this is a hockey tournament.
I was going to say, and there's more than just baskets. Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah, it's a hockey tournament. It's started out as a 16-team tournament. We played on the cement, but then they built us a deck. And, they built it for the borough. And 16 teams. Now we cut it to 10. It's a double elimination tournament. And the winner takes home a trophy.
Okay. Which you can see.
He was going to wear it, but said, I did not earn it.
I went gold medal theme this year.
There you
go. Love it.
Which you can see on the KDKA YouTube channel, thanks to Metropolitan Window Company.
But yeah, it's a 10-team double elimination tournament. Starts at like 8 in the morning and finishes up. The last game's at like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. The winner, but it's just everyone's there. It's almost like two events in one. But it's more should be one event. But people are there for hockey, and then they'll come inside and go wow.
Yeah.
But it's just it's a insane. In fact, I'm coming out of retirement this year. I'm going to try to play.
Oh wow!
Wait, to play hockey?
Yeah.
No kidding.
We just had 2 physical therapists come on and say it is not smart to not. Have you been like kind of limbering up?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Okay, kind of. Yeah.
We'll give you
You're on
their
ish time,
names
Matt.
when you leave here today.
Yes, just in
Everyone's
case.
telling me I shouldn't.
It's a good call.
No, I think it's awesome.
The more people that tell me you shouldn't do it.
As a goalie,
You got that Brentwood chip.
As a goalie, a winger, or
winger, but you ever hear of line basketball back in the day when you were a kid? Like line basketball, you only went so far.
Oh
yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, I'm kind of playing line hockey. I'm gonna go like
in between the two blue lines,
and then I'm just gonna go off.
Sure.
I'm just gonna go off. But if there's any precipitation, nah.
Yeah,
You're not.
You're
yeah.
I fell on it 5-6 years ago and broke my wrist.
I was gonna say, you still got the scar.
Yeah, I've got plate and screws. So it's
all bets are off if there's rain.
If there's no rain.
Do you know that John is in an over certain decade league? Yeah.
You play ice, right?
Yes, and inline. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
But
right.
I just run on my feet.
No, you know what I'm saying, because when people there are people that say I play hockey, they just assume you mean ice hockey because that's the traditionalists from Canada. When you play deck hockey, though, because I played years of deck hockey out in Penn Hills, and that running thing got to be a little bit too much.
So you played with Mark Madden's league?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in fact, the Wizards. Do you remember the Wizards? They were their phenomenal team out there, and we took a team out there with Timmy Quayle and all them, and we were beating them. We were killing them, but all of a sudden, the rules just started changing. That was a penalty, and we left there losing. So whenever he talks about it, I want to say, yeah,
that's funny.
We had your team.
So can a team sign up to do this right now, or no? That's already.
Well, I remember her the one like last year. She's like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah.
There's 10 teams. We give them an option to come back.
Okay.
If they don't come back, then there's a waiting list.
Oh, like a first right of refusal kind of. Mm-hmm.
And some years we have to kick out teams because they think they're really winning a gold medal. Like,
and they think the NHL passed them over somehow.
Yes. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, like their dreams were crushed and they're taking it out on
I like the way you think that.
a little hockey league.
What always amazes me about the hockey teams is they pay good money to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And they don't win anything.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing to win except for
the medal.
Matt, when you are from Pittsburgh, bragging rights is more than enough, right?
But I say to that, you step on that rink, I don't care. It's a thing. There's a drive.
Well, especially the tradition that the tournament has.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's like running the Boston Marathon, right? I mean, if you ran it and you finished it, if you go to this tournament, you've been a part of something.
Like the team that won it last year was actually one of the recipients' brothers' team.
Wow.
And they won the tournament. And so it kind of brought it back like home.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, are you guys going to hang out with us for a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to go anywhere, right? No. Until next Saturday.
Yeah.
Right? So you can just sleep over.
Yeah.
Well, oh, boy.
I got to keep leaving to go pick up stuff.
Yeah, right. Right.
There's all the prep work,
it's
John.
on all you non-traditional raffle people.
Me and him would go get food.
There you go.
There you go. All right, so we're going to hang around. You're going to do our Yinzer questions. It's Matt and Matt from Drop the Puck Against Cancer in Brentwood next Saturday. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
News, weather, traffic, and business every day. Hear it on News Radio KDKA.
When your money gets tight, you have to make some tough choices. Do you pay the mortgage, pay the credit cards, or pay the IRS? For lots of people, taxes get pushed aside until the letters start, then the threats, then the action, bank levies, wage garnishments. You can stop worrying. The IRS is offering new opportunities to help you resolve your back taxes. And Guardian Tax knows how it all works. If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, you may qualify to reduce your total tax debt by a very significant amount, even if you're years behind on filing. But timing matters, and so does who you trust. Guardian Tax knows the system and how to work it in your favor. They step in, deal with the IRS directly, and fight to protect what you've worked so hard to earn. In today's economy, you can't afford to lose more. Call Guardian Tax now for a free confidential consultation. 800-404-4307. 800-404-4307. Don't wait for the IRS to make the next move. Make yours first. Call now. 800-404-4307.
Here's the latest from the KDKA Community Message Board.
Obsessed with pizza? So are they at Slice on Broadway. The 2025 winner of World's Best Cheese Pizza Slice is right here in the Berg with 6 Pittsburgh locations, always serving delicious New York-style pizza, hoagies, and salads. Order yours today. Visit sliceonbroadway.com. Schley Deck and Fence Company. Call today for an estimate on your rotten, rusted, paint chipping railings. Get your railings safe again by spring. Call 412-515-6575. Schley Deck and Fence. SchleyDeckCompany.com. Happy home improvement season from Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. Home equity loan rates are as low as 5.25%. For full terms and to see if you qualify, visit AllegiantFCU.org. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Details at KDKARadio.com.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
SchultzFord.com, 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 Schultz Ford.
KDKA-AM.com.
At a time when children are in crisis, the Kids Mental Health Foundation envisions a future where mental health is a vital part of growing up, and support starts with all of us. At home, at school, at practice, everywhere kids are.
If you're at school having a bad day, you just don't want to do anything.
I just get these thoughts like, do better. All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed?
He's just in tears in the huddle. I was like, what's wrong? And he's just like, I'm just so frustrated, and I didn't know what to do.
None of my undergraduate studies talked about mental health.
Teachers need tons of help.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation is the leading organization promoting mental health for children in the U.S. and has free tools and information developed by experts.
Having those resources is the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
Check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
It's Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
John, we are dropping the puck on cancer. We've been helping out. We really aren't doing anything. We just talk about it. We're not helping out.
Yeah, right.
They're doing all the heavy lifting.
Doing all the heavy lifting, right.
But we love whenever Matt creeps in. We don't see Matt. I mean, we need to shout him out. We need to see him more than just the springtime. Mm-hmm. So we need to do something in the winter that helps with this, because we need an all year round kind of thing. But really, we were talking about the community support and how your community really comes out in numbers for this event. And Matt, number 2, you were telling us that it's about a certain family. Is that right? So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just, I believe, like I said, we're like a small group of people with a chip on our shoulder. We grew up around big boroughs, and we always had that little man syndrome, if you will.
Okay.
And we always wanted to win. And that's the mentality that people have, and that's the mentality that has made this work. Is the alumni, the present people that live in the borough. People come out in droves, for this. They'll be asking us 6 months, 6 months ahead of time.
Did you pick a date?
What
or
are we doing this year?
Yeah. We're trying to plan our vacation.
Yeah.
I've had a million calls. Hey, when are you having it so we know?
Wow.
I had someone go, oh, we're going to the Kentucky Derby that week.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Maybe we'll go to the Kentucky Derby.
So, but Drop the Puck on Cancer is really, it's owned by, the name is owned by a foundation, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's a memorial fund. It's called the Dutine Cavateo Memorial Fund.
Okay.
And they are the names of the 2 people that we lost in 2011. And it was actually 3 days apart that they passed. And, that's when the whole conversation took off about, doing this. And, Matt, number 1 here, he explained that, we didn't expect to really raise much money. And the borough really just picked up on it. And we raised $50,000. The first year I was shocked. I was in tears.
Yeah.
And we knew we had to do it again. and here we are 15 years
Well,
later.
and there has to be, when you say you have to do it again, then there's pressure like, oh my gosh, what if we don't do that well? There's always this pressure.
We're on the verge. I think when we did the show with you a couple years ago, I said we were on the verge of $1 million.
Yeah.
We're now probably on the verge of about 1.5 million.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, and
That's
kudos to
crazy.
you. Nobody's patting you on the back. You're not asking for it, but we're patting you on the back.
Yeah,
because it's so Pittsburgh.
Patting on the back to me, like we're not in this, but we're in this. I just want people, like, you can explain it till we're blue in the face what it is, but if you don't actually come to it, you're not gonna. Like, I could tell you how great it is, and I actually like when people I don't know win the basket. Because then they go tell their friends and go, oh, my God.
Well, and I think that was the most overwhelming part for me last year when we shot some video was like looking at the baskets. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't even have to go watch the hockey. And quite frankly, I have a thing going on next year in Ireland, so I need to get in on that Ireland basket. Yes.
And then the food you eat. I mean,
sure.
Dante's Pizza, Storm's Restaurant. I mean, it's just Rowdy Barbecue.
Yeah, Rowdy Barbecue.
Oh, yeah, right.
We've had that. Right. Yeah.
There's nothing. It's like gourmet food.
Yeah. And Matt, to your point, I think what you're saying to summarize is there are so many, there's 90 some neighborhoods in Pittsburgh. Every community has a reason to champion their own community, right? And they think that the event that they're doing is more important because it's theirs.
Yeah.
You're invested in that community.
Yeah.
But to be an outsider as we are and to see it your passion just comes through. It's amazing.
Like you said, we could talk to all night if you want.
You'll still take donations too, I'm sure.
Yes,
right?
we have to. If you go on our website.
Can't give a website.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're not allowed to do that. Do you know that?
Do you know why?
You know why? We have rules here.
Yes.
Yes, you have to answer our Yinzer questions before we
Oh,
that.
okay. That's all right. Okay. All right. I got you.
John, do you want to start it?
You start.
Okay. Well, here are the Yinzer questions. Do you have a neighborhood nuh-uh? Something that makes us say nuh-uh. And I have a feeling if you do, it's going to be about Brentwood.
No. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Brentwood, as he said, we're a small community. And over 15 years, minus 2 years because of COVID, we've raised $1.5 million.
Yeah.
And
to that, drop the confetti.
To that, I say, like, we're just kids that went to high school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're just basic.
Yeah.
We've been grand marshals in the parade. We've been, and
we're actually members of the Brentwood High School Hall of
yeah,
Fame.
we're
Wow.
Oh, I love that. That's a nuh-uh. Yeah.
We have Hall of Famers here.
Yes.
If he told me 15 years ago, Maddie, we're going to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nuh-uh.
and it's just
Love
it's,
it.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, what made you think it would tie into Brentwood?
Knew it. What about your procrastination destination? Is there a place in Pittsburgh that you've not been yet?
Yeah, I was talking to Matt before we come in here, and the one place that I always meant to go, and I haven't been there yet, is the Roberto Clemente Hall of Fame.
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah.
The museum.
The
Yeah,
museum?
yeah.
That's where my hat is from.
I see
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, right?
It's unbelievable.
It's a great
And
place.
I'm a huge baseball fan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've never been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to get you there. What about you, Matt?
That's the one.
You don't know. You've been everywhere.
No, I haven't. And I'm trying to think where I haven't. I mean, I could say that I haven't been in maybe 10 years to maybe 8 years, 7 to PNC Park.
Okay.
'Cause I just haven't gone in a while. 'cause,
Sure.
We all know why.
We all know why.
I want to go back, and I don't want to go back because it's a great ballpark.
Sure.
Yeah.
I want to go back because it's a great baseball team.
Yeah, you want to
What about your Yinzer card, John?
Yeah. What is something, so like I don't like ketchup. It actually makes me sick. So what is something we would have to eat? It's the big thing in Pittsburgh, but you don't take it. What is it? Matt, number 2.
I get such a hard time because I don't like Heinz ketchup.
Okay.
I use Hunt's.
Oh,
my God.
even worse than not liking ketchup.
Matt,
Yeah.
we have to protect you.
That's the thing that people
His
get
card
upset
could
about.
be-
Mike, can you start the car for them? Please?
Yes, Mike. This is ugly.
Eject.
Right. Matt, number 1. What's your? What
See, I'm
could
going
we
to tie
put your
mine
Yinzer
into
card for?
Brentwood.
Okay.
Every year we have a 4th of July parade, and they say, like, if you don't go to the parade, like you're going to get kicked off the island.
Yeah.
Oh my
and you're
God.
gone. And a couple years ago, I didn't go to it. They go, you might not be allowed back.
Oh my God.
You're going to be kicked off the island.
But we know where you will be. Yeah, we know you will be at Drop the Puck on Cancer next Saturday from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m.
Yes.
Give us that website.
Website is dropthepuckoncancer.com. Our Facebook.
Donate, come, do all the things.
Donate, come, yes.
Eat.
All the information you need, how you can donate, how you can volunteer, how you can, donate around.
Win a trip to Ireland, John.
Win a trip to Ireland, John.
Yeah. There you go.
That's cool. Nice.
There's an online 50-50 that you can be a part of also.
Cool.
We love it. We adore you guys. Thank you so much for what you do for your community. It is John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the U.S., we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance wants you to know a lot of things in life are preventable.
Ooh, gas station sushi.
That's preventable. And even colon cancer can be preventable if you get screened. If you're 45 or older, talk to your doctor. Go to colorectalcancer.org to learn more.
For generations, you've listened to us in your kitchen, catching baseball games on your front porch, and ending your day as your bedtime buddy. Now, you can watch us every day on your TV with our new KDKA Radio YouTube page or by clicking on KDKARadio.com. It's presented by Metropolitan Windows. Same great content, more live visuals. The voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice
signs
of
of slowing
Pittsburgh.
down as the conflict enters the 6th week.
A fast-moving wildfire has burned more than 4,000 acres in Riverside County, California. Resident Sherry Risto.
We've had fires on the mountains before, but never to this extreme. It was a matter of seconds.
The Springs fire is now 45% contained. CBS News Brief, I'm Hill Bosch.
I never thought of myself as the type to settle down. Never knew where the team's next lunch was coming from. But then I met you, Easy Cater.
Workplaces everywhere are saying, I do want delicious food at work. And they're ordering from beloved restaurants with Easy Cater.
You were reliable. You had great options for every budget, even when marketing ops did keto again. We got through that together. With you, it's just so easy. Easy Cater, will you keep showing up at my workplace forever?
Find love at first lunch. Order at easycater.com.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the U.S., we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
Ms. Fernandez, what are those tiny things?
Those are what we call amoebas. You can only see them through a microscope.
Wow. Today's students are tomorrow's great thinkers and innovators. But right now, there's a funding crisis in public schools. Millions of kids go to schools that don't have funding for books, computers, and so much more just because of where they live. You can help change that. Donors Choose is a nonprofit that lets you support students and teachers in your community and beyond. You choose which supplies to support. You could provide first graders with pencils and paper, or other students with their first chapter books, help a music class get a guitar.
You could even supply a classroom like mine with a science project. But what you're really giving is the moment that sparks a brighter tomorrow.
To learn more, please visit DonorsChoose.org. That's DonorsChoose.org. Choose students. Shape the future.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Periods of rain into tonight, some of it heavy along with a thunderstorm, and any thunderstorm could bring damaging winds, a low of 49. A couple of leftover showers first thing tomorrow, but otherwise mostly dry for Easter Sunday with clouds, a high 53. For AccuWeather, I'm Brian Thompson, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
All right, back to it on Monday. Having a great weekend. Colin Dunlap, 2 to 6. I'll catch you on Monday right here, KDK.
Let's return to Rachel and John on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
It has been one heck of a night, like whirlwind. Typically, in case you don't know how it works, there's an opportunity to call in. We don't typically take calls. Sometimes people don't like that we don't take calls, but John and I don't like to take calls because we like to have the show pre-planned, ready for everybody so that you can learn more about Pittsburgh people, Pittsburgh stories, Pittsburgh events, all the things that are happening. It's how we started all these years ago. We will be celebrating 10 years of Yajagoff, actually, in November. And we've been thinking back to, where it started, where it is, the evolution of the stories that we've told. Sure, lots of stories that we've retold a couple of times. Example, last night and even last weekend, we had Scott Baker on, if you remember. Sure, we've had him on the podcast plenty of times. We've had him on the radio plenty of times. But Five Generation Bakers is an integral part of Pittsburgh. Same with Nick Mancini. He was on last night. Anxious to hear what people thought about that. Saw some of the feedback on social media. People were really liking that he brought Posca bread. And it's interesting because a lot of the social media whirlwind from Nick Mancini was talking about the fact that Posca is around year-round at Mancini. So even though it is dawned, an Easter type thing, it is around all the time. So yes, we repeat guests, but it's also really cool to see the new things that are happening, the people who are up and coming, the people who are doing such unique things in our city, and just where they're taking us. We talk all the time about John's age group, or, yes, he's a little bit older. The thinking was you went away to college, you stayed in whatever city you were in. Maybe you visited Pittsburgh, but you didn't come back to work because it wasn't as thriving as it is now. And same thing with my generation of folks. It was kind of like, well, what industry are you getting into and what city has the greatest opportunity for you. And now here we are just sitting on a health hub and sitting on a food hub. I mean, to me, that's crazy. And, we would also be remiss if we didn't say that our journalism desert is not what it was. It was looking so bleak for some time. We were very concerned because we heard the news of the Post-Gazette and the City Paper. Just got news this week that the City Paper is back and running. And it's just great to see that there is that resilience and that resurgence of industries in Pittsburgh. So just kind of looking back and seeing how things have happened. And if you're just tuning in for the first time, I just think it's really important that you know what we are, who we are, and why we don't take the calls. It's, again, not because we don't want to talk to other people. It's because we really like to position the show to really shine the light on people and their stories. So if you were listening tonight, it was certainly a whirlwind, as I said, of various people coming in each hour. And we love when they're actually in studio because you just really catch the vibe of what it's like here at KDK. And it's just been cool thinking about two of the things that we talked about tonight are literally happening next weekend.
Yeah.
April 11th.
Yeah.
We could plan an entire day for you.
Yeah.
If you want us to, we can do it right now. John just told Matt won, that we're going to go there so that we can bid on a couple of the baskets, right? Because you want the Ireland trip.
One of them I really, really need.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're going to start there, and then we'll probably head to the Washington Wild Things.
Yeah.
For the Field of Dreams.
And I'll try to run bases for the kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, we had Matt Harkins, who we've had on the show in the podcast capacity and the video capacity for a bunch of years, for his event called Drop the Puck on Cancer. And 15 years in the running. And they do just a really unique hockey tournament of different people coming out and playing round robin style with baskets galore. Like he said, I think starting at $50 up to thousands of dollars. Mm-hmm. And they have like 150 different baskets that you can bid on. It's so cool.
Yeah.
So that was the one event. And the other was the Ryan Douglas Field of Dreams. And it also is a nonprofit that helps. I love it because sometimes we get so heavy into the nonprofits. Like we're helping out our friend Mel, our sister station, for American Heart Association. We just emceed the National Kidney Foundation. We work with the Pittsburgh Emergency Medicine. Those are serious, situations, dire, that people are going through. Drop the puck on cancer. But, when you hear of some of these nonprofits like Ryan's Field of Dreams, that's equally important for community.
Because it builds kids' confidence.
Yes.
Because, yes, he's teaching them baseball skills.
Right.
But when they go out and they go to now the field down there in Washington County, and they go and see some of the Pirates' current and former players, and they hear their stories, they get invigorated about baseball, but they get to interact with kids they would have never interacted with. Mm-hmm. And so it builds bonds, just like, oh, wow, I see this person from this neighborhood. And, it builds community, a sense of community there without really even maybe realizing it. Maybe Ryan does, and maybe the Drop the Puck on Cancer folks realize. But it is interesting that they're all proud Pittsburgh, Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
but
definitely.
So there's
Western
a lot going on 411.
What about 412?
That is 412 Eve is what that is.
412.
So there's something happening at 412.
Cousin Lisa's birthday.
412.
Cousin Lisa's birthday. She's 49.
And we are throwing the biggest party for her ever at Bakery Square. We've rented out the place.
We did.
They just decided to throw the party for us.
They decided to call it a fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 412 it's the 412 Fest. And I think it's so funny that it took us this long to realize that we could celebrate on April 12th, that we were celebrating the area.
Right.
It's so funny. But it is really going to be a festival. It's at Bakery Square. Parking's taken care of. It's free. It's
kid-friendly.
We're going to be out there. DJ is going to be out there. We're going to eat pizza.
It's Ari Cole. It's not just any...
Right. And even our folks from the Iron City Ghost Busters are going to be there.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, they're going to be right there. So we're going to have a strawberry jello pretzel salad standoff there. We are going to, you have to eat it without your hands out of a pie pan, thanks to Mary Mac. And we're allowed to say the drinking game, right? We're allowed to say the name of it?
Yes, because they're all in and stoked for it.
Yes, so it is...
Turner's Brew.
Turner's tea. Yep. So we're going to see how much Turner's tea you can chug in.
It's gleek.
What is it, 90 seconds or something?
No, it's just
the first
timed.
one done.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to chug.
Mm-hmm.
I just think these games are going to be so much fun.
Yeah.
I don't know about, we were joking that we had a call with the Pirates for something the other day, and we were talking about we're going to facilitate these games with them as well, these Yinzer games. And we talked about how they had the pierogies at an event, the Pirate pierogies, and we did the musical chairs, the parking chair game. And one of the pierogies was super this would be like if Rachel was a pierogi. Super competitive, right? And that pierogi sort of gently nudged somebody off the chair.
Off a chair.
But that's what it's about.
Yeah.
I didn't fault the pierogi.
Right.
Get off the chair.
Right. And so they said, that's not what the pierogies are supposed to do. Well,
it was fine.
Yeah, we were totally fine.
No harm, no foul.
Right. Exactly. So we plan on having, I don't know, the plan is somewhere around 30 or 40 chairs.
I think it's
for
40. Yeah,
musical parking chairs. So we want 30 or 40 people to come play. And it's going to take us a while to wind that down. It's certainly not going to be a world's record, but it's certainly something we should achieve for. And let's see how we do 40 maybe the next time we do 400.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we need to make it as big as possible. We pitched this for something else. Like, we want a big time nonprofit to be like, oh, that's my next thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in. Or
So
we'll start our
that is-
own, John.
That is next Sunday.
Sunday.
You can go to Bakery Square website and find out all about it. Again,
All
it's
the deeds.
free.
Yeah.
It's very community oriented. There's food. There's balloons. There.
Kid things.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
The Berg Bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
There's going to be comedy in short spurts on the Berg Bus, which, you'll know when you see it if you haven't seen it yet. You'll know exactly what the Berg Bus
And as we were talking about planning your Saturday for you and doing two different things next Saturday, same with Sunday, because our friends at CityCast are actually doing an event over in the North Shore, our stomping grounds, at Southern Tier. And it's free. It's open to the public. They're celebrating 412 Day. It's family and dog friendly. They're going to have a vendor market, a live DJ, flash tattoos. And their thing is we're going to show you like the entire footprint of what the draft is going to look like. So just come down. Just celebrate 412 Day.
There you go.
And then come see us. It's John and Rachel, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDK.
We're only 19 days until the draft. Everything you need to know surrounding the draft is right here. It's brought to you by Bill Few Associates Wealth Management, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Spreadsheets, clunky software, 100 different logins just to run your business? Ah.
There's a better way. Odoo. One simple, connected platform that handles sales, inventory, accounting, and more. So you can focus on growing, not juggling. Make the switch today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
Think back to the last time you were in nature. What comes to mind? Hiking through a lush forest, floating on a lazy river, or perhaps watching a vibrant sunset on a beach full of glistening plastic bottles and food wrappers. Unfortunately, this isn't a joke. Here in the US, we generate the most plastic waste in the world, with 70% of it ending up in landfills. And by the time you're done listening to this ad, more than a dump truck's worth of plastic will have made it into the ocean. Plastic has become a useful part of our everyday lives, but it's polluting the air, water, and soil that all life needs to survive. This is a human problem that can be solved with human action. But it's going to take all of us, from individuals to businesses to governments and everyone in between. Help create a cleaner future for both people and nature. Visit wwf.earth/plastics.
Crowded waiting rooms, 5 rushed minutes with the doctor. No real answers, just solutions that mask symptoms. For so many, that's what healthcare has become. In and out, no time, no connection. Just another appointment on the schedule. At Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, it's different. They take the time to listen, explain, and design a plan built around you. Because real relief starts with understanding what's really going on, not just treating the surface. From allergy testing to in-office sinus and nasal procedures, their experienced team uses the latest technology and a personal touch to help you breathe, sleep, and live better. Here, you're not just another number. You're the reason they do what they do. Discover a better way to feel better, one that's built around you. Pittsburgh Sinus Centers. Schedule a consultation today. Call Pittsburgh Sinus Centers, 878-231-4950. 878-231-4950. That's 878-231-4950.
When a warrior faces adversity, he fights through it. He finds a way. Freedom isn't free. Rolling strong. Belief. Believe you can, and you will.
Wheelchairs for Warriors provides mobility solutions to veterans and first responders injured in the line of duty. Join the mission and visit wheelchairsforwarriors.org.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
Back to Rachel and John on the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Rachel and John, as he said, we have not been able to talk to Magic Mike, the producer here.
It is Mad Mike. He's not magic.
Because we've had so many guests here. Mike, what's up? How are things over there in producer land?
It's good. Both Pittsburgh teams won today.
I know. How about that?
Lots of wins.
We didn't have to bother you at all so you got to be able to, see all of the updates on the sports. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That always brings him joy.
Night, so.
Yes.
Right. And did you know the former professional pitcher that was in here?
I did not.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
not.
Wow, Mike.
Yeah. Are you
I thought you were a baseball fan guy. I'm just kidding.
Are you a deck hockey fan?
No.
Because this tournament that the gentlemen we're talking about here, it's pretty incredible, actually, how many people go there and sit on the grassy hill and all that kind of stuff and just watch it. But
I played deck hockey when I was little, but then when you take so many slap shots to the chest, and the just too much for someone my size, scrawny, just like a 60-pound kid.
Yeah,
being little, just. Eventually it wears you down and you take another course in life. So instead of being on the field, on the ice, whatever you want to call it, we're just going to be in the booth with the mic.
Booth with the mic. I like that, Mike.
And Mike, here's my take on it is that I've played deck hockey, and what I find out is that I can't play deck hockey anymore because I'm older and I stand around a lot.
Hysterical.
But on ice skates or inline skates, you could just kind of push off the wall and you look like you're moving when you're standing still. But when you're playing deck hockey, when you're standing still, it looks like you're standing still. So I refuse to play it now. I just don't have it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so this is the time when we usually end the week or getting ready for the weekend. We start talking about these holidays. Rach.
Okay.
Are we going to be disappointed or going to be happy about this?
I think you're going to be happy. So, National Vitamin C Day. If that doesn't give you a little boost, what does?
Wow. Okay.
Right, Mike?
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Why not?
Okay. So, you're in.
Yes, I'm in. Absolutely.
Okay. National Handmade Day. It's like a DIY.
Well, I'm not very creative with that. So.
You're sports talk, not handmade.
I mean, if you want my junk, whatever I make or do, sure.
I'm the same way.
Why not? But
I am the same way.
Were you good with a glue stick and then you were talking about not being good?
Absolutely not.
That is so funny.
I think in all of my school career, whatever you want to call it, I may have had 1A in art just on the sheer, incompetence on my end of not being able to be creative or an artiste.
I'm the same way. I'm literally the same way. I was never the art person.
No matter how hard I invested myself or tried, I couldn't do it. It just.
Were you the kid that would stick their fingers together, inadvertently and go, I just don't know how to get out of this mess?
You know what? I have a terrible and a funny story to share.
Do it.
Share it.
First day of kindergarten, okay? We got you're already laughing. We got a coloring sheet. And I didn't know any better. Okay, I'm in kindergarten. I grab a black crayon and I scribbled over it. The teacher comes over, sees it, picks up the paper and says, "This is what you don't want to do, class."
Oh my God.
It crushed me. Absolutely crushed me.
So funny, because those are the days like you literally could say that. You could never say that
now. I didn't know any better.
Right.
I grabbed a black crayon. I was scribbling. I'm scribbling.
That's
and
funny.
She picked it up, said, "This is what you don't want to do, class." And
Now
it crushed me.
Nowadays, you have to hold up and go, "Aw."
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, it's just different times.
Like, I understand it's tough love, but I mean,
that was
more than just tough love.
Tough love. That is, they were brutal. Understood.
Right, to the Lions, to the Wolves.
I mean, this is so bad, you guys. It's Jeep 4x4 day. Who cares?
Oh, wow. I don't even, the whole duck thing, the Jeep Wave.
Not your jam.
Yeah, I had a Jeep years ago. I didn't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't understand the duck thing because you'd have to clean all that stuff, dust all that off.
Sure. Yeah, it's not my thing either. I'm not like a...
Are you a Jeep driver, Mike?
No, SUV.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse us.
Yeah.
It's National Love Our Children Day.
Okay.
I mean, sure. You should.
I think I can't answer this.
Right. This is an NA. Yeah, not applicable for
Mike's
Mike.
not taking calls right now.
Love it. That's funny. Yeah, just like us. National Chicken Cordon Bleu Day. Stupid.
Not a favorite. I don't even... Yeah, I don't like. My mom made a lot of that frozen dinner kind of stuff, chicken cordon bleu. I think I'm soured on it. Basically from
for sure,
like your kids on crock pot meals.
Crock pots, Mike. You know that I'm sure you're a YouTube and a TikToker. Any of those shorts that they have whenever like you see the video of like the kids are coming home from some kind of sporting event, they're very dramatically dropping their hockey gear or dropping their baseball equipment, and they can't wait to go eat. Yeah, and then they're excited because they're hungry,
and they see the crock pot and they're just
wah, wah, wah.
Yes, it is so deflating, so defeating and deflating. Oh my gosh, so funny. So yeah, that's what my kids do. It is National School Librarian Day again. Should appreciate them. They're very important people.
Right.
Yeah. Hug a News Person Day. We didn't get to see Michael Bartley.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, and none of them were here. David Bolorado.
Well, I mean, it is the Saturday before Easter.
Yeah, right. Well, there's still news.
People are watching the Pirate game. Yes, there is always still news, for sure. National Walk Around Things Day. Well, let's hope you do that.
Yeah, because
otherwise...
When is National Walk Into Things Day?
Right, like let's hope that's not such a thing.
Right, because it'll be National Concussion Day the same day.
Correct, which thankfully we had our wellness folks on to talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
Mike, it's National Play Outside Day. Were you a play outsider? I feel like your parents were the type to say, you'd better go outside.
I was, absolutely. I mean, they also called me like a Band-Aid boy because I just would get hurt. Going 110% and whatever it was. See, I'm a very competitive person.
Okay.
I'm competitive to where I want to win. I want to go all out, and then sometimes for my size and stature, that would not translate well coming home with just being all bruised up and bloody or whatever it was. So.
Understood. Well, there you go. Those are it.
That's it.
Those are it.
Wow.
Mike, what are you looking forward to for tomorrow?
Well, I will be here tomorrow, so I am going to celebrate it with Lenny McAllister.
Oh, Lenny's such a good dude.
So there's that. Easter it brings a sense of renewal.
It does.
Hope.
Yeah, rebirth.
So,
I was talking about that earlier. Yeah, rebirth.
So I guess we can always look towards that. What is something we want to renew or just like change moving forward? And So we'll see.
And Mike, please don't request a change on Saturday's air talent.
That's it, yeah.
Because we want to be here.
We love working with you, Mike. We're not going to see you for a couple weeks.
I know. It's going to be at least into May. So.
I don't like it. Oh, thanks for dropping that bomb on us.
I'm sorry.
Meantime, we got to give it a shout out to Ken and Con.
Ken and Con. And Monty from Lebo, I have one thing to tell you. Sometimes it takes more energy to say nice things. So you can sit on your computer and talk about my hair and talk about what you don't like about the show. And I promise you that there will be a topic someday that we will talk about that you will like. And we appreciate that you're even watching and listening. So hopefully we change your mind. And if not, no big deal, but be kind. It is Easter weekend. It is John and Rachel. Mike, do you want to take us out?
It's John and Rachel and producer Mike on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA. Happy Easter, everyone.
There's a difference between liking a house and actually getting it. Redfin is built to make up that difference and close the gap between finding and owning the home for you. Redfin agents close twice as many deals as other agents, so when you find a home you love, you're not a step behind when it's time to make an offer. That means less watching great homes disappear and more focus on the ones you'll actually move into and call home. Redfin helps turn saved listings into real addresses. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Springfest means more sun, more fun, and more free at Lowe's. Keep your yard in line with an additional free Ego 56-volt battery when you buy a select Ego mower, trimmer,